Counsel, Assistant Lead Counsel, viewers and listeners, good morning and welcome to our daily proceedings of this Commission of Inquiry into local government councils and related matters. For our next item on our today's agenda, I now have the honor to yield the floor to Madam Chair. Madam Chair, over to you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. May I now call on Honorable Silla to lead us in Muslim prayers and Honorable Joyner to lead us in Christian prayers. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد برحمة اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناظر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقداره العظيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Gracious and everlasting Father, we want to thank you for seeing us through the month of October. We pray that the same Spirit and grace will continue with us throughout this commission. You are the one whom we adore. Thank you once again for the gift of life. We are grateful knowing that you are always with us as we journey the challenges of life with courage. Grant us the willpower to overcome them. We ask that your mercy and grace will speak for us today. Give us strength, inner peace, and comfort. Pour down your blessings upon us, and may we experience your divine touch and love in our hearts today and forevermore. Amen.
Deputy Registrar, can you please call the witness?
Good morning, Mr. Witness. Welcome back. You may kindly take your seat. Mr. Witness, for continuation of your testimony before this Commission of Inquiry into local government councils and related matters, may I remind you that you are still under oath.
Thank you very much.
Madam Chair, I hand over the witness to you.
Mr. Ture, good morning.
Good morning.
How's the morning?
Alhamdulillah.
I hope you had your breakfast.
Yes.
Thank you. Council, can we proceed, please?
Good morning, Madam Chairperson and Honorable Commissioners, and everyone present. Mr. Ture, it is good to have you again.
Thank you.
We will discuss the 2019 audit report from the National Audit Office.
Yes.
And then we will go to some issues regarding the procurement reviews.
Okay.
And then we will probably end with the system audit's findings for 2021. Do you follow?
Yes.
Yes, so we have discussed, or we were discussing the issue regarding the weak governance in 2019.
Yes.
You came in 2019, is that not correct?
Yes, sir.
So basically, some of the findings I had told you were substantially similar to the 2021 system audit.
I agree with you.
You agree with that?
Yes.
And so that it shows that not only do you have these problems afresh in 2021 or from 2021 upwards, but then these are problems that had really started way back in 2019 when you were there, and perhaps much more earlier than that, but for the purpose of the audit, since 2019.
Yes.
So on page 23 of the National Audit report, it has stated that, for example, I will read for you,
Okay.
that we reviewed the governance function and noted that the following weaknesses. There was no evidence that a development committee was required by the local government, as required, was established. And the finance and contracts subcommittee are both set up, but both headed by the same person. The contracts committee did not have any other member other than the chairperson. There is also no evidence that the subcommittee meet regularly. The organogram establishment that the internal auditor reports to the chairman is really also not correct. And however, there is no audit committee set up at the General Council to facilitate that process. So there are implications to that. That weak governance will imply that the operations of the council will fall almost exclusively in the hands of the executive. This may result in poor or no oversight and hence poor internal control. Was that the reality on the ground in 2019?
Yes, at that time.
At that time?
Yes.
What did you do afterwards?
Yeah, we tried to strengthen the committees. The committees were there, but they were not functional as in accordance with the Local Government Acts, as they have stated.
But we have seen that even when you have tried, as you have said, to strengthen the committees, but things remain the same.
Okay, but there were some improvements because they were not, when I took over, most of them were very dumb and they were not having meetings.
Yes.
And there were no proper filing system of their activities.
Yes.
So I have to open files for them and also encourage them to be meeting from time to time. It's true that the meetings are not regular. Like I stated before, we
Yes.
only meet occasionally when the need arise.
We have also seen
Yes.
that there is no evidence of that as well. When you have tried to show us minutes of meetings, which were in fact reports and not really minutes of meetings.
Okay.
Not
agree.
okay. Please
I agree.
agree
Yes,
or disagree.
yes, I agree.
So now, who did you take over from in 2019?
I took over from Mr. Jete, Mr. Lamin Jete.
When you took over from him, was there an internal audit department?
Yes, there was an internal auditor.
Yes.
Yes.
The name?
Modibo Kuruma.
Modibo Kuruma.
Yes.
And when you were there, was that Modibo Kuruma still in Basi Area Council as an internal auditor?
Yeah, up to 2020, 2021, 2020.
And then what happened?
Yeah, in 2020, in January, the letter should be, I checked for the copy, but there should be a copy in the ministry's file.
So why was the Department of Internal Audit not really functional?
It was not functional because when I took over, I found this Mr. Kuruman there. Then I challenged him. I told him that, well, since I came, I have not seen any internal audit report from your office. So I challenged him. I wrote to him. I said, I think you should conduct a pre-audited exercise because I have not seen any documents going through your office or whatever. So I want you to conduct an audit exercise.
Was that done?
It was not done. What really happened was he even left the office for, since he got that letter, he left the office from January up to February, March, then we stopped the salary, then he came back and told me clearly that he cannot do the job. So that was what prompted us to redeploy Fatmata Msao in 2021.
And even with that redeployment, you still disregarded that office?
I don't really disregard it. Because I knew very well when I scout
among the files, she was the only one, at least, who has some little.
She had been there, she was sent on training, she came back,
Yes.
but then you do not really make sure that all documentation of financial accounts necessary to pass through her office were actually really following due process. That was not the case. That was not the norm in Basse.
Yeah,
Even with the fact that you have employed, someone was employed as the internal auditor at the time.
Yes, you are right.
On page 26,
Yes.
no balance sheet. It says, during the audit, the council prepared and submitted income and expenditure statement, but there was no balance sheet submitted for the period under review, and no reason was given for the non-submission. Why is that?
Yeah, that may be the results of lack of reconciliation.
What is the importance of having a balance sheet?
It will help you to have an updated information about the income and expenditure.
And so why did you not make sure that this was the case?
Well, like I said, we've been battling with the issue of the capacity of the finance directors not being
That
able
has
to.
nothing to do with capacity.
That
People were occupying the offices, so they have to give reports. They have to prepare the necessary documentation to help or assist or provide adequate information as to the financial status of the area council.
Yeah, those things should be provided.
Yes, so they were not provided. So I am now showing you
Yes.
why it was easier
Yes.
for the Director of Finance, Lamin Suso, to have his way out, to control the accounts of the area council the way he wants to, and misuse and mismanage the funds of council. He found a broken system. That is what we have seen in because 2019 he was not present. Was he present in 2019?
No, he was not.
So he found a broken system and capitalized on it. Would that be a fair statement? Will that be a fair statement?
Maybe a weak system.
A weak system is a broken system.
Well, okay.
You cannot have a weak system that is not broken. That is not broken. If it is weak, it is broken. That is the idea.
Maybe when it is weak, maybe the bones are loose. But when it is totally broken, then there is no.
You can speak louder.
I said when it is weak, there is still some binding. That there are rooms for improvement, and definitely that was why the ministry thought that the former director who was there needs some capacity, so he need to go and read. So that was what prompted them to bring in another new finance director, hoping that when they bring a new finance director, things will be better than ever before. But that
Another
has never been the
prevailing
case.
problem
Yes.
on page 27
Yes.
is that it was found that the council did not prepare and maintain control accounts for its transactions with debtors and creditors for the period under review. No reason was advanced for the non-preparation.
You are right.
Yes, but now why was that the case as well? Similarly, on page 28, no monthly abstract books. These are all same issues.
Yes.
It goes to the root of the accounts, the financial statements being prepared to know the status of the area council. No monthly abstract books prepared.
Yes.
So section 906 of the Financial Accounting Manual states that each council should maintain separate abstract books for revenue and expenditure. The abstract book is to be posted at the end of the month by the senior clerk to analyze the transactions in the cash book prior to being posted to general ledger.
Yes, it's correct. But
Why is that important?
It's very, very important. But
Why?
Because it will address us with the updated information about our financial transactions.
All right?
Yes. What I'm saying is that I'm not trying to shift the blame.
Yes.
I'm the head of the institution and I'll be responsible. But I want to believe that they also have their TORs and
Who is they? Who are you referring to as
the
they?
finance department.
They have the TOR.
Yeah, that it is part of their mandate.
Okay?
Yes, it is part of their mandate to make sure that the books of accounts
Yes.
are all being updated.
Are all
Yes.
being updated.
Yes.
And so,
as expected.
And
yes.
so if they fail to do that,
They should be bring to book.
they should
Be bring to book
By?
accordingly by the CEO.
And who was the CEO at the time?
I was the CEO at that time.
Did you bring them to book?
No.
And so why are you telling us what they did?
Follow-ups were done, but to no avail.
You were employed to do follow-ups? Just that?
It's part of my mandate to monitor and supervise.
Part of, naturally.
Yes.
So then, that's why you stop?
That's where I stopped.
That's why your mandate stops?
Yes, but yes.
Yes, what?
That's where my mandate stopped.
Just to follow up?
Not follow up, to monitor and supervise.
Did you supervise?
Yes, I supervised.
How did you supervise that?
Their lack of being able to produce these books of accounts as expected.
Let me read to you what the financial manual states.
Yes.
202. The Chief Executive Officer. It says the CEO shall be appointed by the Local Government Service Commission, of course.
Yes.
And as the accounting officer of the council, he or she shall be responsible for the general management and supervision of the financial and accounting operations of the councils and the safeguarding of council's assets in accordance with the relevant section laws. He is personally responsible for the due performance of the financial duties of council.
Yes.
Do you follow?
I followed, yes.
The observance by employees of council of all financial and accounting instructions issued from time to time, the proper disbursement of such money from the purchase of goods or acquisition of services for the day-to-day administration of the council, ensuring that adequate steps are taken for proper control of financial transactions under his control, the general management, supervision, and production of the accounts of council. Any inaccuracies in the accounts so produced by him or under his authority, extracting and circulating to all finance staff all decisions of councils relating to finance, designing and improving the form of accounting systems, issuing accounting orders. You know, you had said you are mindful of trying to appear as if you are giving orders to the finance director. Do you recall saying that?
Yes.
Now he has told you that you are responsible for issuing accounting orders which are completely in line with the manual as may become necessary from time to time, approving in consultation with council the appointment of so and so. And so therefore, your responsibilities are literally to be the father of the area council when it comes to the day-to-day management of the area council. And in doing so, you are answerable to council, you are answerable to the chairman or the chairperson or the mayor, whosoever is holding whatsoever office at the time in question.
I quite agree with you.
Yes, so that the director of finance is directly under you, becomes your subordinate,
Yes.
and should operate based on your
Instruction.
direction
Yes.
and instruction.
So,
now, did you do that?
yes.
How? Why are you doing that? When you don't prepare monthly abstract books, there are no monthly reconciliations. How were you executing your functions?
These assignments, these responsibilities were assigned to them.
Were assigned to them, and
Yes.
you are to make sure that they perform those responsibilities.
Yeah, exactly. I should make sure. That
Did you
they
make sure
perform.
they perform the responsibilities?
I have tried my best.
Did
Though
you
no-
make sure that they perform these responsibilities?
Yes, I have made sure that they because after this audit report, the then finance director, endeavored to make sure that
These
all-
problems were happening. They were persistent. They were chronic problems. It was not like the audit report highlighted these things and then you corrected these issues. You never corrected them. They were persistent. They were happening on a daily basis. That is why I am saying, why was that happening? Why was it a continuous problem?
This is what I'm saying. If it continues like how it is continuing,
Yes.
then it means there are reasons possibly they are not able to do it as in accordance with the financial manual.
And so,
That was what prompted the ministry, after looking at this audit report, to advertise for the position, to request for us to advertise for the position.
now, on
Yes.
page 22, no bank reconciliation performed. Why would you perform a bank reconciliation? What would be your excuse?
Well, there is no excuse because the informations are available.
It says no bank reconciliation was performed for the 6 bank accounts of the council. No reasons were advanced for the non-preparation. And the implications there, without regular reconciliations, errors from both the bank and internal records could be passed into final reports. This will affect the reliability of such financial statements. The risk is very much high. And you responded by saying the importance of bank reconciliation is very key, as this will ensure accuracy of transactions between cash books and bank. Now, if you don't perform bank reconciliation, there is an evidence of fraudulent practices going unnoticed, and this we have discussed with the auditor. Do you know that?
Yes.
And you headed the institution from 2019 all the way to 2023 without having bank reconciliation. Not even for one month. You have never ever requested for a bank reconciliation. Not even once. And these are supposed to be monthly. Is that not the case?
It's the case, yes.
Bank reconciliation is monthly, and you don't prepare bank reconciliations. You
Yes.
headed the institution.
Yes.
What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I used to do it at my own end, but what should be prepared?
used to do
by
what?
I said I used to do my own reconciliation.
Your own reconciliation?
When I requested from them, they cannot produce it. I have to do my own reconciliation to know.
Give us a sample of a reconciliation you have done.
No, I will take the bank.
Show. We
No,
don't have to
it's-
really do much of the talking.
Okay.
Do you have evidence of the bank reconciliation you have done yourself?
No, I don't have it.
So why are you telling us you do it?
Okay, thank you. Sorry for that.
No, I don't want you to act as if
No,
you don't. If you have the evidence, provide the evidence.
no, I don't have the evidence. I'll only look at it. I'll only look at the bank statements to know, compare it with what is in the bank and what is paid by what is deposited by the collectors.
So if these problems were happening in 2019,
Yes.
and you will not prepare monthly bank reconciliation, how will you account for given a correct, up-to-date, accurate financial statements or financial position of the area council? How will you account for every dollar?
It will be impossible to account
Extremely impossible.
for it. Yes.
So if someone was really stealing money from the council's funds, how would you know? How would you know where every dollar has been spent on?
Yeah, it will be difficult to know.
And this was in 2019. The
Yes.
same problem in 2020. No bank reconciliation in 2020. You did not. Then you have Lamin Suso coming in 2021.
Yeah, I can only account for.
I am just telling you whether you were seeing the sequence
Yes.
why you really had the monster in 2021.
Okay.
It's because since you were employed, you never ever performed your job. You never ever were functional in Basse Area Council. You never served them. You are receiving salaries, you are paid salaries, you don't do your job, you don't make sure the job is being done. You never administered the area council properly.
Now maybe it's weak, but I have done my what I could do.
What you could do
Yes.
was never enough. Even to say whether it was enough would be really giving you credit. You haven't done even 5% of what you were supposed to do.
No, I have done my quota.
What was your quota? When you
to
can't account for the funds?
Yes.
How were you accounting for the funds?
There are people, everybody who is employed by the council has a role to play.
And they are all under you.
Yeah, they are all under me. But if they fail in their role,
It's your responsibility
it's
to
my
make sure you bring this to book.
Yes.
You never did that.
Yeah, but I never did that in writing. But I've been doing the consultation, and we have seen some.
The ultimate failure
Yes.
will lie on the people that are given the responsibility
Yes.
to manage. That is the ultimate failure.
Yes.
It starts from all the directors, the CEO, you particularly the chairperson or chairman or chairwoman, whatever the case is at the time. You had not managed the funds. You never accounted for the funds. Of course, how did you even escape from this? How were you not even held responsible for not giving? It's not like even you misrepresented the financial status of council.
Yes.
You never provided one.
Now, after the audits, they were provided.
2019?
2019.
Never. 2020? Never.
Okay.
No, if there is, tell me. I am challenging you to tell you it was never the case.
No, bank reconciliations for 2019, 2020, they were prepared later after the audit because it was a requirement for them.
How can you prepare bank reconciliation 1 year after the audit report? How can you do that? Bank reconciliation is every month.
Yes.
And at the end of the year, you will have to prepare a financial statement.
That is what is
So
right.
if you don't have a bank reconciliation, how will you have a financial statement?
It will be impossible.
How will we know that the subvention funds, the revenue collected, is being spent in areas and ways and means that is supposed to be spent on? How will we know that?
It will be impossible.
And you were still paid salary? All of you have been paid salary?
Yes.
Your salaries will never, you will always maintain your salaries and your allowances. You will go in for meetings and demand that you be paid for if miss allowance on top of your salaries. How is that possible? Page 34, incomplete asset register. So you had some assets. For example, there were motorbikes being bought. BSAC 22, 26, 25, 4, 21, 2, 23, and 27. They never featured in any asset register. Why would that be the case?
At the time when they were doing the audit, those ones are not in part of they were not in the asset register.
Why?
They should have been there, but it was incomplete. As they have said, I quite agree with them. It was
The
incomplete.
lack of asset register even featured in the 2021 audit report, system audit.
Yes.
So the information that you will have to have in this register would be the date of acquisition, cost of the assets, description and condition at the time, and reference numbers of the assets, and their actual serial numbers and location, if any. So you will have properties for the area council without having documentation to highlight what the area council owes and where it is located, what the value is at the time, if it is disposed, the manner of which it is being disposed of. Do you know the risk involved in that?
Yeah, it's too risky. The risk is high.
Why? What is the risk, or what are the possible risks attached?
Because the possible risk attached to it is that the council's assets may be missing and we cannot be accounted for it.
The what?
The council's assets, like the motorbikes, when they go missing.
Were there at the time the council assets were missing?
I could not remember.
How would you know? If any was missing, will you know?
Yeah, because these are allocated to
If
staff.
any was missing, will you know?
Yeah, we'll know it.
How will you know?
Because they are allocated to staffs.
They are?
They are allocated to staffs.
They are allocated to staffs.
Yes.
Do you have a list?
Yeah, we have a list of those.
You don't have a list.
It's not in the asset
You
register.
don't have a list. Don't say things that are not true.
No, I will not say anything that
Now,
is not true.
can you produce the list?
The list of those
All
with
the
motorbikes.
assets.
Yeah, we have
From
recently
2021.
recently submitted. Okay, 2021. That is not there. But we have just recently submitted.
2019?
All have been corrected, and we've submitted an assets register.
The one you have submitted,
Yes.
were this not land properties? Or
No, those are landed. I mean, the asset register we submitted to the investigators.
to the investigators?
Yes.
Now, why would it now be captured in the system audit that there was no asset register?
That was 2019.
2021 as well.
2021.
Throughout.
There was, but they say it's incomplete.
Incomplete.
Yes.
Then there is none. In fact, what you have showed us yesterday, I had told you that it's not an asset register, but it's a list of assets. It does not give us any adequate information regarding those assets.
I quite agree with you.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, so again, page 2035, some key documents not being prepared. Now, it has been asserted by the auditor that you don't have an IT policy manual. That will be true.
Yes.
A training policy.
There's no training policy.
Why would you not have a training policy?
We didn't have a training policy, but an IT policy was.
Why will you not have a training policy?
There should be a training
should
policy. Yes.
Procurement plan?
Yeah, procurement plan at that time was not available, but
The
later after
procurement
history.
plan was not available at any given time.
He used to prepare the
You
procurement
see,
plans.
you have started saying
No,
things that are not
because
correct.
he used to bring these plans to me, and I advised him to submit it to the
You don't
procurement
have a
office.
procurement plan.
Okay.
Now show me a procurement plan.
I think it should be submitted by.
No, it's not. I am asking you as a CEO, did you submit it?
The procurement officer said he has submitted.
Did you
all his
submit
files.
procurement plan?
No, I did not submit it, but it was submitted by the procurement.
Your
officer.
office, you would have records of documents filed before you, given to you. You must have records of this. Now I am asking as a CEO, where do you have records of procurement plans being given to you? Since 2019, do you have records of that?
Not in 2019. It started
2020?
2020, yes.
You have a procurement plan for 2020.
He started preparing the procurement plan in
You
2020.
don't have a procurement plan for 2020. It has featured in the procurement reviews. We will get there. You don't have a procurement plan for 2020.
I agree
You
with
don't have a procurement plan for 2021 as well.
Okay.
Do you agree or do you disagree?
I agree.
Now, the database of procurement made for the period, do you have that? Do you have an up-to-date database of procurements being made?
No,
You don't. Why?
it should have been there
So why would you not have them? Why did you not have them?
due to poor proper recording system.
Poor proper
Proper recording system.
recording system.
Yes.
Now, GTRs were used to recover or make tax deductions and personal loans deductions in 2019. What can you tell us about that? Were you aware of that?
Yes, because at that time the finance director thought that it's a revenue that is coming in, but the auditors proved to him that that is not revenue.
Please speak louder.
He thought that the loans recovery is a revenue coming into the council, but they proved to him that it's not a recovery to the council. So it's not a revenue to the council. So you should not use the GTR. GTR is only used for revenues that are coming into the council.
Did you stop that at the time?
Yeah, I believe it has been stopped.
It has been stopped.
Yes.
So on page 38, it says there were license arrears. It says our review of the license assessment and receipt record revealed outstanding license arrears of $138,500. How do you know that this was the amount owed to the area council?
At that time, when we have a lancing register,
Yes.
so they went through that those who have paid and those who have not paid.
Yes.
But if the FICO is as at that time,
Yes.
those were the liabilities.
But what were they?
Those were the liabilities.
But then you don't have proper accounting being done. How would you know that these figures are correct? How would anyone know that they are correct?
The lancing manager keeps the records of the lancings that are collected.
Did you do any reconciliation, any financial statements to ascertain these figures?
No, I'll only call him. He'll come with his book. We'll look at those who have paid and those who have not paid.
Not paid, and that's it.
And that's it, and we make a follow-up on those who have not yet paid.
So yes.
Mr. Ture,
Yes,
on the issue of license, do
yes.
the council issue license to institutions that are supposed to be issued with licenses?
Yes, we call it as trade lancing.
Yes. Do you issue them with the license that they will hang in their business?
Yeah, when they paid, we give them a certificate.
You give them certificates
Certificates, yes.
indicating that that's the license for.
They have paid that particular year lancing, yes. Banks and all other institutions.
So you issue them regularly?
Regularly,
This
yes.
license.
They will, once they pay, they will. If you don't give it to them, they will make a follow-up.
But that is not what your finance director said when he
No,
came here. And he was
these foreign exchange bureaus, banks, and all other things. I could remember Vista Bank had been following, and
So
we give it.
you will have duplicates of those licenses at your office, right?
It should be with the lancing manager.
Yes. Can you provide us with the licenses that you have issued over the period, or data showing that this number of licenses were issued? Because I know if you issue the license, you will record this. You will record it for the purposes of making reference.
Okay.
Now to summarize it, provide us with the data indicating how much how many licenses you have issued over the period,
Okay.
covering the 18th of May to
18th.
January 2023.
18th May 20.
18th May
Yes.
2018
2018,
to January 2023.
2023. Okay. Thank you.
Now, let us briefly discuss the performance review for 2019. You know this Sarah Bojo Lumo?
Yes, I know Sarah Bojo Lumo.
What is the current?
Are you dealing with the systems audit?
Dealing with the 2019 at the tail end?
Yes, sir.
Then we'll go to procurement and then go to the system audit.
Okay.
Yes, the Sarah Bojo Lumo.
Yes, I know.
What is the state of the Sarah Bojo Lumo?
At the time of the audit, the state of the conditions there were not satisfactory.
How about now?
At least they talk about the toilets. Now we are able to clean all the toilets, and we provide.
So let me tell you the problems.
We provide them with water.
Let me tell you the problem. It says the Lumo did not have a water supply facility. Do you have it now?
Now we have it now. Yes.
What do you have there now?
We connect there is a borehole that was provided by Water Resources for the community.
Yes.
So we connect to that borehole, and we provide.
Why didn't you dig them a borehole?
We didn't have the capacity.
You didn't have the capacity.
Yes.
You didn't have the funds.
We didn't have the funds.
But you're collecting the revenue from the same people.
Yes.
So where is the money going to?
This is why operation This is why operation we give them a feeder road.
Your operations.
We give them a feeder road.
You made them a feeder road.
We gave them a feeder road. Sarah Bojo, Sarah Manson. Yes.
I am asking for specifically about the borehole. Why would there not be a borehole?
We are not able to.
Why? There are no funds.
That specifically for that borehole.
But if you spend 4 million just for one office in your department, where will you have the money to dig borehole?
Frankly, we should provide them.
You spend 4 million just for the finance director's office. $4 million is more.
It includes the salaries of the staffs and other.
Salaries is just 1 million or so.
Okay.
Where is the outstanding $3 million? Where is it going to? You could dig a borehole for how much? How much will it cost you to dig a borehole? Your office alone as well, 2 point something million, about $3 million.
Sorry,
Yes.
Council, the issue of the salary,
Yes.
which you are referring to, is global, not specific, as in what he is referring to. Because he is referring that 4 million takes into consideration the staff under the finance department. So it cannot be 1 million. The 1 million you are referring him to is global, because yesterday he has given us the breakdown of the salary, which is 800 and something thousand. So it is even less than 1 million. I just said.
Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. Yes.
Do you agree with that?
I agree with that. Yes.
So again, if you agree with that, then 4 million being spent on the office of the finance director.
Yes.
It
Yeah,
does
I
not-
quite agree.
The salaries will not even be up to $1 million.
I quite agree.
As chairperson has already outlined.
I quite agree. Sarah Bojo, we should have given them something more than
Misplaced priorities. You are collecting revenue from the people of Basse and spending it primarily on your own needs, your own personal needs in your offices, in the comfort of your offices, and then you forget the people of Basse. It says also there is no designated dump site and refused. Yes, there is no designated dump site. Is that the case?
No, we have it now. We have cleaners.
When? Since when?
After the audit.
After the audit.
Yes, we have cleaners there.
There is no duty station at the Lumo for the staff. Do you have it now?
No, we still don't have it.
Why?
We don't have it.
The collectors also raised concerns with some vendors refusing payments to collectors without apparent identification. That's a problem.
It's a big problem, yes. Still now there is no uniforms given to collectors.
The toilets as well.
The toilets, we have taken care of them.
You are taking care of them.
Yes, we have provided them with water, and they are clean, and we have cleaners at the
There's
Lumo.
only one toilet.
No, there is not only one toilet. We have about 4 at the other when you enter the Lumo, and another 6 at the extreme end. But they are all provided with water.
Mr. Ture, this
Yes.
is not what the collectors have given as evidence in this commission. Can you provide us with evidence of what you are saying?
About the Lumo?
Yes.
The toilets
about
at the Lumo?
Yes. Can you provide us with evidence?
Yes, unless they go there and take photos of the toilets. Yes.
You are the CEO.
Yes, I will.
Even though you are on leave, it's possible that you can.
Yes,
provide.
I will call them.
Please provide us with evidence so that we will be able to check whether what the
Toilets at the
collectors
Lumo.
said is true or not. Thank you.
Mr. Ture,
Yes.
let me show you the audit report, and there's a picture attached to it regarding the toilet at Sarah Bojo. You can also make it available so that the camera can see it.
Okay.
That was when you were CEO as well.
Yes.
Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
Can I have it?
Okay.
What do you have to say about that situation?
It was
The state of the toilet.
It was very appalling.
It was very
Appalling situation. Very bad indeed.
very bad.
Yes.
How many lumos do you have in your jurisdiction?
We have about eight lumos.
About?
About 8 lumos.
Were they all in the state?
No.
No.
The conditions have changed.
No. In 2019, the conditions
Yeah,
have changed. We see no evidence of that.
Okay.
I'm just asking you, were they all in this state at the time?
They are no.
They were not all in this at the time.
Yes.
Mr. Ture,
Yes.
the lumos were never taken care of. You never, apart from going to collect revenue, you never focus on these lumos. Do you?
No, we focus on them.
But tell me what development you have done.
These toilets were built, but they were not taken care of.
They
When
were?
they were built and they were not taken care of. But when after the audit report, we now provide them with, we clean them and we provide them with water.
Just clean them. You can clean. You can clean. Did you renovate them?
No, the conditions are okay. They are all tiled.
That's not correct. The conditions were not good. I have shown you the picture.
Know what I mean?
No, I've shown you the picture.
Okay.
The conditions were not good. It's not like they were tiled. They were all in good conditions. It was not about it being dirty.
No, they were dirty.
I'm not saying they were not dirty. It was not just about it being dirty, but the fact that it was really in a very bad condition.
Yes,
you needed to renovate the place. So you did not do that. So for $4 million in finance department, I have shown you the breakdown.
Yes.
Transportation alone, you've spent $1 million. I wonder on what? For finance department, you can build 3 boreholes with $1 million, can't you?
Yes.
So why was it difficult to even build a borehole? Why $1 million can renovate the toilets, won't it?
Yes.
Why was it difficult to do that? The chairman's office, more than $2 million, almost $3 million in 2019. For salaries and allowances, $1,510,000. How many people do you pay under the chairman's office? Or in the chairman's office? How many staff?
It's the chairman and the councillors.
And the councillors?
Yes.
How about the transportation? Does it include all the staff?
No.
Do you give all of them transportation? Do you give the councillors as well transportation?
No.
Why would the amount be $845,000? That is what I don't understand.
Mr. Ture, do you consider the councillors as staff under the chairman's office?
No, because they are.
But you just mentioned that. You said
No,
they
are given allowances. There is
yes,
no.
but he is asking you the number of staff under the chairman's office.
No, there is no staff on the chairman's office. Just recent.
So please let's answer the question
Okay,
and
all
give
right.
correct answers.
All right, thank you. Sorry for that. All right.
What would be under health and sanitation? Do you have a unit for health?
No, we don't have it. They are all under the.
Because
plan
I
and
see a column under health and sanitation, and the salaries for that is $546,289. What would that be?
They are under the Director of Planning.
That direction of planning.
Planning.
But we also have salaries for the planning and development.
Yeah, all those people are under him.
Do you have officers in relation to health?
Maybe the cleansing service.
So they are the health and sanitation.
Yes.
So they are not under the planning and development?
They are under plan and
So
development.
why do you have it separate? Why is that separate?
They are all under planning and development.
They are all under?
Plan and development.
Why is it separate?
Well, I don't know.
Now on page 18 you have the notes on development projects for 2019.
Yes.
So under that column you have youth development project / women, $6,000. What did you spend on that? Was that a donation?
Yeah, the youth, when they have activities, they will write to council, and council will.
Please speak louder.
I say youths and women, when they have activities, they will write to the council through the youth rep or the women rep, then we'll fund those activities.
So for sports development, $284,593
Yes.
for 2019. That's what you have spent.
Yes.
Community water system, what is that?
Yes.
What is that?
Providing the communities with water system.
You have the amount spent is $1,000. What do you spend it on? $1,000.
Shortly before I took over, they were paying for some tap heads within Basse before they finally closed them. But when I went, I found that they have already closed them. Well,
No.
this audit report is from January 2019 to December
Yes.
2019. Yes.
So how about for NAWEC water and electricity bills?
Yes, that is for the street lights.
For the street lights?
Yes, now will bill us for that.
Car park maintenance?
Yes, the garage.
The garage?
Yes.
Gum works?
Gum?
Gum works.
Gum works, that is the 10% contribution to gum works. Because I found I inherited 7 incomplete projects, and those projects were funded by gum works with a 10% contribution from the council.
Road maintenance? Do you conduct road maintenance?
Yes, we rehabilitate
Sorry,
roads.
let me find out.
Yes.
Have you finished paying the 10% for those projects? Are they concluded?
No, I
You
don't.
said you inherited how many projects?
7 projects.
So can you provide us with the
With the
evidence
list of the projects, huh?
Yes.
And their cost.
Yes, and
Yes,
their cost?
Yes, I will do that.
And please find out whether you have completed paying the 10% that you are supposed to pay to Gumworks for all of those projects.
Thank you.
So for sock away, were you digging any sock away?
No.
None.
We have soccer waste there.
Yes.
But they are normally drained.
They normally?
When they are full, we drain them.
Now, how often will you do that in the year?
Well, like that of the market is I can say almost every 2 to 3 months.
And then you'll pay how much for one draining?
I couldn't remember exactly, but now it's like 3,200.
But the amount you've had for 2019 is you have spent for sock aways $216,970. Will that really be reasonable amount for 1 year?
For 1 year.
Yes.
Yeah, because we have it at the market. We have soccer waste, not one. We have it at the market, and we have it at the council, and at the CEO's quarters as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, so basically, in 2019, what
Yes.
developments can you recall that took place in Basse Area Council?
Well, in 2019, the projects that I have inherited, those are the ones we work on to complete them.
So the amount spent on the development column is $5 million
Yes.
entirely.
I also found out that the council have constructed wholly and solely by themselves a dump site.
They have what?
A dump site,
Yes, yes.
Yes, that was funded by the council, apart from the Saving Gun Works projects that I have also inherited, that they have done the dump site in 2019, yes.
Now let's briefly discuss the compliance review for the year 2020-2021.
Okay.
How many of you were in the contrast committee?
Council, just have one
Yes,
question
yes.
before we close this. Mr. Ture,
Yes.
the 2019 audit report at page 17
Yes.
talks about the use of GTRs.
Yes.
I believe the council has asked you questions, and the audit highlighted serial numbers, several of them,
Yes.
and has asked that these serial numbers should be audited because they cannot find these entries in the cash book. Please take a look at this
Okay.
and shed light on that. Deputy Registrar. Did you do any reconciliation
Yes,
between
this-
the GTRs and the cash book in order to know why this happened?
Yeah, these ones were, like I said, they were used by the finance department when people pay their loans, because they, according to them, they believe that those loans repayment were revenues coming to the council. When auditors prove to them that these are not incomes to the council, they are not revenue to the council. So therefore, you should not use
Did you
the
give a
GTR.
management response to that effect?
These were errors that happened during the postings as we were operating on manual system. It's really difficult, but the coming of the IFMI system, such errors will not happen.
So what you are telling us is different from what your response is to the auditors. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
So
That
you
is
are
correct.
Not, you are not giving us the
No, this is based on these receipts numbers. They were
But the
errors because they were
response
not not supposed to be
Just
useful.
hold on, Mr.
Okay.
Troy. The response you gave,
Yes.
you said you were able to do reconciliation because you were giving these receipts to the staff that have taken loans from the council,
Yes.
right? But
Yes.
that is not your management response.
Yeah. What I'm trying to explain is giving them the receipts
But
was an error.
is that different from what the management response is? What you told me, is it different from the management response?
No, yes, it's different.
Yes. And who wrote the management response?
I wrote the management response.
Thank you. Council, you may proceed.
Yes, now
You can,
the 20,
you can, okay. I was referring to the recommendation by the auditors before the management response. Yes.
2020-2021, the compliance review, GPPA.
Yes.
But before I proceed, what was the composition of your contrast committee members in 2020-2021?
The CEO, the finance director,
Finance director,
procurement officer, and the planner and engineer.
and
The planner and engineer.
was the chairman attending the contrast committee meeting?
Chairman, when the need arises, we'll invite him there.
The chairman was attending the contrast committee meetings.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. When the need arises, we invite
There was
him
nothing
there.
like when the need arises. When will the need arise? Like
Sorry,
Give an
contract committee.
instance.
Contract committee. I think Honorable Senu Kanita is also part of it.
Honorable Senu Kanute.
Senu Kanita, yes, was part of the contract committee. Yes.
Now let's go back.
Yes.
Was the chairman attending the contract committee meetings?
Yeah, he was attending the contract committee meeting.
Why was that
what
the
I
case?
said. We used to invite him there.
Why will you invite him?
Because we believe that he's the head of the institution, like Commissioner Jonah have said,
Yes.
which it was wrong. He should not have attended it because he cannot be the judge and the jury at the same time. He should supervise us and give us directions. So if he is there, it will be very difficult for us for him to.
Did you write to invite him?
Now?
No, at the time, why did you write to formally invite him?
No.
Did you formally appoint the members of the contract committee?
It was later that we appointed them. They have their appointment letters.
But in 2020, did you appoint them formally?
No, we didn't.
Why was that the case?
It was after when these recommendations were made, then we appoint.
So when I told you earlier,
yes,
I think before, yeah, that was yesterday or last week,
yes,
that the decisions made in your meetings were influenced by the chairman in some instances.
yes, in some instances.
Exactly.
Okay.
So would that not be a conflict of interest when you have the chairman attending your contract committee meetings?
Yes, I agree.
Do you have minutes of meetings of the contract committee in 2020?
They are all in the procurement file.
Do you have minutes of meetings?
Yes, we have minutes of meetings.
In 2020?
In 2020, yes.
You don't have minutes of meetings in 2020. Where are they?
They are supposed to be submitted by the procurement officer.
They are supposed to be submitted.
Yes.
Now they are not submitted. Do you have them?
Unless I find out from him. Because he is the custodian of all the meetings. I assign the responsibility to
minutes
him.
were not being taken in 2020. Okay. That is the fact.
All right.
All right, what? Do you disagree with that?
Yeah, because we've been meeting and Jaume as the secretary, the procurement officer as the secretary have been taking minutes.
No.
Maybe there was no filing, but
No.
he has been taking minutes.
If there are no evidence of minutes, there are no minutes.
Yes, I'll agree with you if there are no evidence, but he has been taking minutes.
There is no evidence. Do you have any?
No, I don't have it.
So that's it. So in 2020, you had the records in relation to the procurement, page 7.
Yes.
The total procurement proceedings and their values for the year 31st December 2020. You have had no open international or national tender. Why is that?
In 2020?
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
Because I don't think we have any projects that will warrant us to have an international tender.
No.
But there should be an open tender.
No open tender.
Yes.
Let me just say open tender. Why,
that
why
is
was
correct.
there no open
We
tender?
don't have any open tender.
Why?
It was correct that we should have it.
You have 1,251 single source transactions, and you decided to single source all of these transactions. The value is $7.9 million. Why would you commit council's funds to non-competition form of procurement?
It was not proper, it was not correct.
Why did you do that? This was in 2020. And I had told you that when Lamin Tuzo came, this was what he found on the ground. It was easy for him to just walk in and withdrew $500,000, it's $3.5 million, and just walk away. Because you had a broken system. You had 1,264 transactions when it comes to procurement. The entire value is $12,685,971.44. You decided to just give contracts to whoever you want to give contracts to. In all these 1,000+ transactions, you as a CEO, you allowed that to happen in the area council? I am waiting for your response.
Yes.
Why would you allow that?
Well, we believe at that time that those we use the single source.
No.
It was a wrong procurement
no,
method.
single source was just the language that the that the procurement experts would have to use, meaning you only deal with one individual. It is a less competitive form of business. The idea is, in this stage we will say, you were doing casual business for kickbacks.
No.
That was what was happening.
I will not agree to that.
Then why would you not put it up for competition?
Well, at our end there,
Why would you not then invite competition?
No, we are not doing that. We'll only request for quotations from.
You don't
Denver.
request for quotations.
No, we were requesting for quotations.
No, you were not requesting for quotations. You were not doing anything apart from just giving away contracts to individuals you want to give away contracts to, and that was it. That was why there was no pre-qualification done with respect to suppliers and contractors. No pre-qualification done. You do give contracts at will. No wonder the chairman has to be present in your meetings, because he had to decide as well who the contract should be given to. Respond, please.
Yes, I have already responded. I said yes. I agree with you.
Now, in 2021, the same problem. 888 transactions. In fact, you know why this figure could even be higher than what is stated. You know why? Because you don't have records in the procurement unit. The filing system is not adequate. Is that not the case?
That is the case.
Exactly. So, whereas the review will say you have 888 transactions, you may have way higher number than this, but it's what they can find.
Yes.
It is so bad that they can never ever know what has transpired in Basse Area Council. 888 transactions for single sourcing, altogether 895 procurement transactions, $7,864,330 13 budgets spent in 2021. Why were you not following the GPA regulations?
Well, we should have followed it.
I know.
Yes, but we didn't follow it.
But why? What was the problem?
Well, there was no problem.
So you decided at will not to follow?
No, because we thought that the single sourcing was the right procedure.
What is single sourcing?
That is, we don't look for competitors.
You what?
We don't look for competitors.
You don't look for competitors?
Yes.
So there is no value for money?
Well, there is value
when
for
they
money.
say the bottle of water is costing $1,000, you just go for it?
Yes.
And that's how it goes? Will you buy this bottle of water for $1,000?
No.
But if you don't have competition, if you don't do market surveys, how would you know what the price is at the time?
Yeah, there will be no competition.
But you know these things. It's not like you don't know these things.
Yes.
You, as a CEO, you are aware of what I am telling you.
Yeah, very
it's
well.
not like you don't know.
Very well, yes.
You told us your qualification cannot be questioned.
Yes.
So why did you intentionally do what you were doing? Why did you flout the rules?
It was not intentional.
It was intentional.
Well, okay.
No, you don't say okay.
It was not intentional.
You can deny as much as you want. You have the right to say, no, listen to me.
It was not intentional.
today?
And I cannot convince you that it was not intentional. So I have to say yes.
No, you don't have to say yes. Remember, whatever you say here, what will bind you. I am not telling you to lie, but where you feel you have an explanation, just say it. And I don't have to agree with you as well. The ultimate decision lies with the commissioners, not me.
But I said...
No, I want you to understand. Just
Okay.
listen to me.
All right.
Understand this basic rule.
I understand it. I understood it.
I will deny as much as I feel is the right thing to do, or agree with you in circumstances that I feel I should agree with you. You too, you hold your position if you feel that is the right thing to do. But admit as well, be honorable to admit when you think you should admit. The ultimate decision lies with the commissioners. So I expect you to admit if you are to admit, to deny if you are to deny, and we will discuss it.
And I think I've been admitting
Yes,
when it is right.
Exactly.
Okay, in this particular sense, what I was trying to explain,
Yes.
we use single sourcing as, at that time,
Yes.
we believe that was the right procurement procedure.
No, why would you believe that was the right procurement procedure? Do you not know that about the GPA regulation?
Yeah, we know about it. We should,
So what
we
are you
should
telling
also
me?
know that there should be competition.
Exactly. What are you telling me? You believe that was the right thing to do?
Yeah.
Even with that, it has to be disclosed by the contracts committee. You have to seek approval. There's a procedure for that.
You are right.
You don't even follow the procedure.
You are right.
Even regardless of following procedure, still you cannot be dealing with with suppliers without doing pre-qualification of suppliers and registration.
That's what
But you still go ahead and award contracts at will.
Yeah.
So why will you now convince anyone that it is not intentional? Tell me.
It was not
How
intentional.
will you convince?
It was not intentional.
But how will you convince? What
Well,
will be your convincing
this is what
your convincing card?
I've told you at that time.
Yes.
We requested for quotations. We don't advertise it. We just ask the vendors to send in their different quotations.
Now,
Yes.
on page 13, it states the functions of the contracts committee. The findings are there is evidence that the PO has established a contracts committee in accordance with GPA Act. They are giving you credit. They are saying that you had established a contracts committee. Was that true?
Yes.
Where is the evidence?
The members and they were given letters.
In 2020.
No,
You had already told me
the
in
members were
2020.
there in- it was-
Wait a minute.
Okay.
You had already told me in 2020 you did not give them formal appointment.
Yes.
So they were wrong in saying that you established the committee in accordance with the law.
They found the members there
I am
and they
telling
interviewed
you.
them.
Go ahead.
They found the members on
Yes.
the ground and they interviewed them and they agreed. They confessed that they are part of the.
But these are the members
contract.
that you will ordinarily call to discuss how you're going to spend the funds of councils, and you call them the contracts committee. Did you appoint them?
No, we didn't appoint them. It was
Exactly.
later that they were appointed.
You think I can just walk and just say I am now the CEO of Wasa Area Council?
No,
I have to be appointed.
they have to be appointed. Yes.
Yes, were they appointed?
They were not.
So was there a contracts committee meeting as per the laws?
No, one of the conditions were not fulfilled.
One of the conditions was not fulfilled.
So therefore, it was not completed.
Which
It
is?
cannot be completed. Yes, which is the appointment letters.
That is why they only have 3 members. You have named about 5 members of the contracts committee. They said on page 14,
Yes.
Usman Toure, the chief executive officer,
Yes.
Lamin Suso, director
Yes.
of finance,
Yes.
and Mr. Jaune, procurement officer. These are
Yes.
the only 3 names that they have mentioned in the report as being or as constituting the contracts committee.
Well, I don't know. 2020, Seni Kanute was part of the contracts committee. Seni Kanute, Honorable Seni Kanute.
So you have given us the name. You've even told us the chairperson who would attend the meetings.
Yes.
But all these names were omitted. Now,
Yes.
did you conduct any disposal in 2020 of assets?
Yes. We have a disposal committee. Yes.
No, not the committee. Did you conduct any disposal in 2020 of assets?
In
Did you sell
2020.
assets? Did you auction assets? Did you sell assets to staff or outsiders in 2020?
I could not recall.
How about 2021?
2021. Yes.
Please speak louder.
2021. Yes.
Give us the details of the
I
disposal.
think there was the truck. I couldn't remember very well whether it was in 2020 or 2021.
It doesn't
Where
matter. Now, the truck.
Yes, I inherited a truck, and
Yes.
the truck we tried to put it on the road, but it was very difficult. Then later we have to auction it.
And who bought it from the auction? Was it a staff?
No, not a staff. It was an outsider.
An outsider. What's the name?
The name should be in the files.
In the files. How much? The price?
I think it was 350,000.
Right. That's a lot of money there.
Yes,
So where is that money?
it was paid to the council.
It was what?
It was paid to the council.
The area council's account.
Yes.
Which account was that?
But I could not remember unless I contacted the then
You will give us
finance
information after lunch about that particular disposal. But was there a disposal committee
No, there was no disposal committee at that time.
Why was there no disposal committee?
Well,
The report, the review says that there was a disposal committee. Were you guys paying these people from GPA to write
No.
nice things about you?
No.
But why would they say that there was a disposal committee when there was none? They said that the Basi Elect Council has established the disposal committee as required by GPPA Amendment Act 2018. Was there a disposal committee?
In 2020 there was none, but after the 2020 report,
I
2021
admire I appreciate your
2021 there
honesty.
Yes.
I'm just trying to tell you that they are saying you have established a disposal committee when in actual fact you have not.
No, currently we have a disposal committee.
I'm dealing with 2021.
2021. In 2020 we didn't have it, but 2021 we have this. That is the time we appointed the contracts committee members, giving them letters, and we also have a disposal committee.
You have been very interesting.
Yes.
Because I now tell you the review is saying that there was a disposal committee. You now want to back that up?
No.
When you had already answered that there was none?
There was none in 2020, but after their recommendation, we were asked to make sure that.
Do you have in 2021? You know, I will ask you the names and the records. So you better answer genuinely.
I could not recall, but I can request for the members to snap their.
Did you appoint a disposal committee in 2021, as far as you are concerned?
Well, I'm not very much sure. I could not recall it.
There was none.
They were appointed later.
You never appointed a disposal committee. Was the disposal committee appointed for that particular disposal?
No, there was.
Why was that? Why would you dispose of council's assets without appointing disposal committee?
It was the contract committee that did it.
The contract committee
Yes.
was not even functional. It was groups of friends, as far as I am concerned, who decided to execute the functions of the area council in their own way, in their own world. No rules, no regulation. But let's assume there was even a contract committee. They are not supposed to be the ones to dispose of the council's assets, are they?
No.
The law requires that there must be a
disposal
committee.
Yes.
So why did you not have a disposal committee? I'm asking you a question. Why?
We didn't have it. It was
why
over.
did you not create one?
It was later that we created one.
Later when?
After the compliance audit.
Do you have evidence of that?
Yes.
When can you provide us with the evidence?
During break time, I'll call.
Now, still on the 2020 and 2021, how about, were you keeping files of these procurement activities that were happening in 2020 and 2021? Were you keeping records of it? Do you have records of the transactions that were happening?
The transactions, like I said, is the procurement officer who is assigned with the responsibility.
Not the assignment,
Yes.
not the person who was supposed to do it. Was it done?
Yes.
There were no records. You know, just when I think I will have to trust that you will say the right thing,
Yeah.
you come back again.
That one is a surprise to me. When you said there are no records.
Why would it be a surprise to you?
Yeah, because the procurement officer was keeping records. When I contacted him, he said when the compliance audit came, when the national audit came, when the internal system audit came, because of the submission of records here and there, I missed my records.
I missed my records.
So I cannot understand.
Listen.
Yes.
It says that the SPU should ensure all procurement activities are filed either in procurement method or monthly transactions as dictated in the Gambia Public Procurement Authority. But that you don't have a record of as a CEO.
No.
Louder, please.
No.
Good. Now, pre-qualification and registration of suppliers observation on page 20. Now, I had told you that you were awarding contracts to individuals without following due process.
You are right.
I know.
Yes.
It is the findings.
And they are right.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It says, having gone through some records presented for reviewing, it was discovered that some contracts were awarded to suppliers who did not register with the authority at the time of the award.
Correct.
The first name is Fode Jallo. Who is Fode Jallo?
Fode Jallo was our council's mesona. I don't think we have contracted anything to him.
You don't think you have?
Fode Jallo was our council's mesona, so we cannot contract anything to him.
You gave him $1,000 to dig a soccer way.
Maybe he received it on behalf of some, but Fode is a council's mesona, so we don't give him contract.
It is the report. Now, Mohammed Mahmoud, who is that?
I couldn't remember these names.
Shiloh Enterprise,
Silo, I think we bought furniture from Silo.
Cartridge,
Okay.
Halal Company,
Halal, they deal in stationaries and drinks.
Kode Danjo.
Kode Danjo is Ketra.
You spent $18,000 for this particular transaction, and she is the sister of the chairman.
Yes.
How did you know that she is the sister of the chairman?
I came to know that later.
How?
When during my period stay in Basse,
Yes.
I come to know that they are relatives.
How do you know?
Well, they are all Danjo, then I later find out that they are related.
And when you were giving her contracts, who was making the decision, calling the shots as to the fact that she has to be given the contracts without being registered? Whose decision was it? Was it you?
Yes.
Why?
And later I advised her to register with GPP and CD.
No, forget the advice. Why?
Well,
This is the conflict of interest we're talking about. You know why I'm raising the issue?
no,
You don't know.
I don't know.
You see no problem with this?
There is a problem.
What is the problem?
Conflict of interest.
And so why did you do that? Why did you allow yourself to be drawn in that?
It was not proper.
Why did you allow yourself? Were you convinced by the chairman?
No.
No. Who
was not-
convinced you?
Well, I found her, she was doing catering for the council,
Yes.
and we also continued with
You
her.
came and you found that, in
Yes.
fact, she is the sister of the chairman.
Yes,
And you knew it was wrong.
it was wrong.
And then you never stopped it. Were you afraid
No,
of the chairman?
no, not necessarily.
You must have been afraid of the chairman.
Not at all.
You must have been, because you took no step in all these wrong issues that were happening. You were afraid that if you terminate these contracts, it may create to you a problem. Is that the case?
No, that was
Then
not.
you must have done it intentionally.
It was not intentional.
It has to be one. It's either you were intentionally flouting the rules, disregarding all the possible conflict of interest, or you were just mindful not to step on the toes of the chairman.
There are circumstances.
Which one?
There are circumstances where we.
Which one? First, answer the question. What is the issue?
It was not. I was never convinced by the chairman to do so.
Now I have stopped.
or do it intentionally.
No, it has to be one. You are either mindful of stepping on the wrong toes, or you just intentionally disregarded all the red lights. Which one should we go by?
I don't have an answer.
Is it the first one or the second one?
None of them.
So which one is it? So what is it then?
There's none of them.
Then what is it? What was the problem? How many contracts were you given the sister of the chair?
She was not the only person that we give contract because
She cannot
normally,
be the only person.
Yes.
Because she does not sell office furniture, does she?
No.
Exactly, she cannot be the only person. If she was selling office furniture, you would have also as well done the same thing. Were you having kickbacks?
Not at all.
So what is the problem with you, Mr. Today? What was the problem in Pasay Area Council at the time? What must have been possibly going on with you that you feel that the circumstances were so bad, but you couldn't do anything about it? Next level. Who is next level?
Is stationary shop.
Keba Jata. Who is Keba Jata?
It's a mechanic.
Mechanic.
Yes.
Idrissa Jallo.
It's a businessman.
Mahmoud Jallo.
Also is a businessman.
You bought borehole materials. What are borehole materials?
These are solar panels and
These are.
solar panels and water tanks.
So these people, do you know whether they pay tax?
Yeah,
You what?
we once invited all of them.
Do you know whether they were paying tax?
No, I cannot ascertain that.
You don't know.
I don't know.
The implications are non-registration with the authority is interpreted as a probable failure to pay tax, since GRA tax clearance is a prerequisite for GPA registration. So they did not register. They didn't pay the necessary dues that they were supposed to pay to bring funds. So what you were doing, in essence, is to deprive the government of the Gambia from tax collection and also misusing the funds, the little funds that you have from the revenue.
We've sensitized them to.
You what?
We sensitize them to.
Sensitize.
Yes.
You have the role to sensitize them to do that?
To register with GPPA.
That's your role.
Not my role,
You
but
have been
so that whatever we are going to do with them.
You should have been a pastor. You should have been a pastor then, my friend.
But if you
Or
go
an imam.
if you go to Basel at that time,
No, you should.
very few, or maybe you will not find businessmen at that time registered with GPPA.
If you are to give them contracts, you
Yes.
know they should register with GPA.
So,
And the advice should not have been after you have awarded the contract, but before,
yes,
when they declare their interest to benefit from public funds.
yes.
But you never did that.
That was what was
You will
right.
give them contracts and now be advising them to do the right thing and still be giving them contracts again. Because this Kode Danjo, all of these people have been doing supplies or contracts for the area council without being registered.
I want to believe a good number of them have registered afterwards.
Most of them did not register.
Okay.
Most of them failed to register. So it has been highlighted that it is a loss of revenue to the government of the Gambia, to the Gambian people. Now there are some samples of procurement, but before that, were you engaging the SPU, the procurement unit, in relation to procurement?
Yes.
In all procurement?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Whenever he's around,
So how about if he's not around?
I consult him
And then
for advice.
who signs the documents?
Well, I will sign my portion. Director of Finance will sign his portion.
All right.
Yes.
Now let's go for the 2022. Unless there are questions, let's go for the 2022 procurement. What is the constitution of the members of the contracts committee in 2022? Do you know?
The list I gave you.
Or same people?
Yes, same people, yes.
Now, the amount of procurement done in 2022 is 492 procurement activities.
Okay.
They were all single source. And the value is $3,961,540 is 17 bottles in 2022. Was that the actual and true amount of the value of the procurement?
I agree with them, yes.
You spent about $4 million in procurement in 2022.
Yes.
Why did you not? Why did you single source all of these transactions?
Well, it's not correct.
It's not
We
correct.
should have followed the due process.
So why you not follow the due process then? I want to understand why you failed to follow due process. Was there any disposal done in 2022?
I could not remember, yes.
You cannot remember.
Yes.
Will you have records of that?
I have to find out.
Will you have records of that?
Let me note it, and during break time I can find out.
So, was there any plan, any procurement plan in 2022?
Yes, these procurement plans were done by the procurement officer and submitted to the procurement unit, department.
Did you see it?
Yeah, he brought it to my office.
Do you have a copy?
Maybe during break I can search. I can ask them to check for a copy for me.
All right. So please you can give us a copy when you have one.
Okay.
So for the list of the suppliers in 2022 that you have dealt with, who did not qualify or did not register, you have one, Muhammadu Ahmed. Do you know Muhammad Ahmed?
Yes.
Please speak louder.
Yes.
Who is he?
He's a Mauritanian businessman.
How about Jallo Oil?
Yes. He deals with petrol.
Yai Instant?
He deals with
Ibrahim Danso? Nopal Dealer?
yes.
Next Level Stationery?
Yes.
Idrissa Jallo?
Yes.
Habi Bah and Sini Jawara.
Yes.
So all these people, they did not register.
Yes.
And why did you deal with them still?
Like I said, they should register with GPPA, but most of the businessmen in Basse did not register with GPPA. And if you don't deal with them at that time, it means we have to come down to Combo and get your goods. So we have no other alternative but to deal with them and advise them to register with GPPA.
So do you know Neymar Travel Agency?
Yes, I know Neymar Travel.
Who owns Neymar Travel Agency?
No, I don't know. I know that they are an airline that operates.
Please speak louder.
I know that they are an airline that operates and deals with air tickets.
In Basse?
No, in Combo.
In Como here?
Yes.
So you have spent about $130,000, I think, to purchase tickets.
Tickets, air
Who was
tickets.
for who?
I could remember
Who was traveling?
chairman and vice chairman travels.
To where?
To first, they went to the US.
To the US.
Yes.
And then?
The second, they went to Italy.
That's all?
I could remember I also traveled to US, and the internal auditor also traveled to Zambia. Those were the travels.
So how did you purchase these tickets? Because there were no evidence of contract committee meetings?
No, there were no contract committee meetings,
Yes.
and we didn't follow any
process?
no process. Yes.
Why was that?
The procurement officer was only informed, but there was no due process followed.
Why was that? Same with jar oil as well. $100,000 for fuel. No minutes of the conduct committee. The amount is above the threshold, and you know all of these things, and you followed no due process as a CEO.
Yes.
Why is that?
It's not proper.
I know it's not proper.
Yes.
But why did you do it?
It's not correct.
Why did you do it is different from whether it is correct or not. Why would you commit these funds? Is it because the chairman was traveling?
No.
Is it because you were traveling?
No.
Was it very urgent? Extremely urgent? You didn't know that the chairman will travel or you will travel until the last minute?
No, we know that.
Until the 11th hour?
No, it was not.
So why did you not follow process?
But most of these things are done on arrangements.
So you see now, before we now get into 2020, one system audit, you see why I kept on saying that in 2021, when you had, so in 2021, the problems did not only start from there, that he had found a broken system in Basse Area Council, which you were managing lightly with the chairman. The system was broken, the rules were being flouted, total disregard of regulation, and so Mr. came and found that. Will that now be correct?
Yes.
So, and therefore, it was easy for him to do that which he was doing.
Yes.
And so you were helpless to correct the system because you yourself had flouted the rules as well. So it was difficult to bring him to order until it has reached the climax. So it was a matter of, let me invite the auditors, otherwise things may explode before you. Please respond to that.
Yes, that was right.
Now let's go to the system audit on the one for 2021 that you have called for. What prompted the system audit? Let's start with that. Give us a background, a summary of what prompted the system audit.
Yes, there were so many reports that were submitted.
Yes.
There was one report that was submitted by the internal auditors.
Yes.
And it was rejected by the General Counsel.
When was this?
I think this was their first report, I think, if I can recall, in September 2021.
2021. And what was the primary issue regarding the internal audit report? What was the crux of the matter?
Yeah, because collectors were coming, they were handing over physical cash to the Director of Finance.
Okay, that's one.
And funds were not forthcoming. Collectors will be in the field,
yes,
but will not see funds deposited in the council's account.
Okay.
So, but we don't know where exactly they are going.
Any other?
Yes.
Any other?
The use of GTRs instead of
Yes.
using the machines.
So primarily these were the complaints were against the Director of Finance in relation to his conduct.
Yes.
In Basi Area Council.
Yes.
Was the situation alarming at the time? That would warrant you to invite the system audit?
Yeah, because these conditions continues. After the internal audit committee,
yes,
there was task force that was set.
Yes.
They also came out with the same report. There was another task force that was also set. They also came out with the same report, but there were no actions taken. So,
why?
Because once that report was rejected, the two other reports were presented, but they were not adopted. So the way and the manner things were unfolding at that time, seeing that all those works have been done, nothing is happening. That was what prompted me to advise the General Counsel that if these reports have been presented and they are not been adopted, the way the things are unfolding is going to get out of hand. So it is very, very paramount at this point in time that we invite external auditors to come.
But you knew when some of these complaints were being brought to you, and then there were reports to that effect. But some of those complaints were not new to you at the time.
No, they were not new to me.
Yes,
I detected them.
Exactly.
And I brought them forward.
You brought them forward.
Yes.
When, not in writing, certainly.
No, there was.
Do you have any?
Writing to the.
Yes, in
chairman of
2021.
the-
Did you
2021, yes.
really formally bring these issues up yourself? Apart from informal discussions?
Writing to the chairman of the establishment committee, yes.
In 2021?
Yes.
When they just started? When this problem started?
The problem started in 2021, yes.
What did you write about? What did you tell them? Was it not the issue regarding were you not reporting the collectors giving money to the Director of Finance?
Yes.
But did you write about Director of Finance? Did you
No,
complain about him?
I did not.
That is my point.
Yes.
The idea is this information was with you at the time.
Because I want them to investigate. This is an allegation.
Did you tell them to investigate?
That was the issue of, that was the purpose of the.
Did you tell them to investigate?
That was, yes, that was the purpose of the council's internal audit, to investigate.
To investigate who?
The money that was brought by the collectors.
To investigate the collectors giving money to the Director of Finance.
Yes.
The primary complaint was against the collectors, not the Director of Finance.
Yes.
And why would that be the case?
Because the collectors, they know they should not bring money to the council.
And the Director of Finance also
He knows that he's
that
not
they should
collect-
not get money from the collectors.
Yes.
So why did you not complain about him?
No, I lodged the complaint to them that collectors are
You
bringing
never
money to the
complained
council.
about him, did you?
No, I never.
Yeah, so why?
Because at that time he was not found he has not been proven beyond a reasonable doubt collecting money from these collectors. This is why I asked the internal audit unit to investigate.
But you.
And when they investigate, they found him wanting.
No, but
the matter
there's
was
an
taken to the-
allegation. You confronted some of the collectors and they told you they gave money to the Director of Finance.
Yes.
Did you not query the Director of Finance based on those allegations? You could have queried him, you could have wrote to him directly and queried him regarding the fact that these are the allegations. Let him respond.
You are right, but that was not done.
Was that also intentional?
No, it was not.
Why was it difficult to do that?
It was not difficult. This is why I just want a neutral body to do the investigation and
You just want what?
a neutral body, that is the audit, the council internal audit.
Now, we had discussed the issue of the inactive committees.
Yes.
The lack of development activities in 2022 in the budget, we had already discussed that. Is that not the case?
Yes.
The councillors in 2022, it was highlighted that they did not submit development projects by to the area council. Was that true?
The words.
That during the review of the budgetary process, we noted that some ward councillors failed to submit any development projects from their respective wards for 2023 budget.
Yes, at that time, because we told them that if they don't submit it, that they will not be part of the budget.
Do you know the reason?
Yeah, because they said there were no developments. They have been submitting, so there were no. They have not been benefiting. So that was their reason.
So they will submit their project proposals without benefiting anything from the area council.
That was why they
And over time, they feel they were tired, and therefore there was no need to do that.
yes.
Was that true?
That was true. Yes.
That was true.
Yes.
I mean, it was true. The fact that they would submit over the years, and then you did not. The general council wouldn't focus on them in relation to their development.
Developments cannot. We cannot take development to all their wards at the same time.
Yes.
It was gradual.
That's
So,
true.
Yes.
But you don't even focus on development at all in the area council.
No, we are focused on
60% of the revenue should be on development.
Yes,
That
this-
is never the case.
Yes. This.
Is that the case?
Yeah, that is the case.
60%. Do you spend 60% of the revenue on development?
Not all the time.
Never. You have already answered these questions.
Yes.
That you have never achieved that 60%.
But at
Have
least,
you?
no, we have never achieved the 60%.
You spend
Because-
in your own individual offices way more than what you spend on development. Is that not true?
Yes, it's true.
So there is no way you will even achieve 20% of development in Basa Area Council. So if you can spend 4 million, 5 million in your individual offices, there is no reason why you would not be able to give priority to their proposals when they come. I am not saying what they did was right. They are elected for every year for them to make sure that they submit these proposals
Yes.
and argue their priorities right, so that they will have benefit from the area council.
I quite agree with you, yes.
That is separate. But the idea is, they are saying we have been doing that all these previous years, and you never prioritize our wards. And these wards, are they not paying revenue?
They are paying
Are you
revenue.
not collecting revenue from these people?
Yes, we are
Why would
collecting.
you prioritize them? Why would you prioritize your office? Why would your office be more important, buying the car for the chairman, more important than the development of these wards?
Like I said, we cannot take development to all the wards. So we
But
prioritize
you can
development.
buy new
Like-
cars for the chairman?
No, because if you
And,
look
and
at
rent compounds in Abuko?
if you look at the cost of one footbridge, that cost cannot come from one ward.
You spend according to your earnings. You have to be genuine. The idea is, if at all $1 is what constitutes 60% of the revenue, so collected. Let it be spent on development.
Yeah, but
You are spending monies in areas that there is no need to spend money on. You rented houses for and paid every year for the chairman in Abuko. Is that not true?
yes, it's true.
You were renting apartments in Basse, paying every year, whilst you know fully well you've had a premises that you can just renovate, and then your staff will stay in.
Yes,
So you were not
Yes,
you were renovating your own offices.
yes,
Is that not correct?
yes.
And so the people that you collect revenue from, there are no developments. They are totally disregarded.
No, they have developments.
Don't tell me they have
They
development.
have developments.
Mr. Ture?
They can be, they are evident.
Yes, Mr. Ture.
Yes,
I believe you know it better than we do, that the revenue you collect, 60% of that revenue
yes.
ought to have gone into
Development.
developing the council itself and the various wards
Yes.
that are within the council.
Yes,
And my take from the lawyer is that you have misplaced priorities. Because if you look at your finances, how would you justify buying a car, not taking into consideration, if you apportion the revenue that you collect, would that have given you the possibility of buying that car?
no,
So but that is what he is asking you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
On page 24,
Yes,
there was a period wherein there was application made in relation to stalls that were built newly at the market.
yes,
But then the finding is that monies were collected for application fees in relation to the allocation of these stalls. The
Yes.
amount is $500.
yes.
From each
500.
applicant.
Yes, for each applicant, yes.
Please speak louder.
Yes, for each applicant, $500.
each applicant.
Yes,
And at some point, the responsibility of the allocation was transferred to the governor's office. Is that true?
yes.
So what did you do with the people that already paid?
Some of them were allocated at the governor's office, so
The
we
people
are
that already paid to your office?
the people who have paid to our office.
Yes.
Yes, because most of them were victims, so they were
They were?
allocated. They are victims,
And then?
and they were allocated from the governor's office, but there are still a good number of them who are not yet allocated. So we told them if they can come for their money, but they have not yet come for their money.
You told them. How did you tell them? Who will
Yeah,
you tell?
at the time of the-
Who will you tell to come for their money and they will not come for their money?
At the time of their interview, we told them that if you have it, then it's okay. If you don't have it, your money is refunded.
Don't you have their contact numbers?
Yeah, we have their contact number.
Why won't you call them?
We didn't call them. We're waiting for them to come and request for
Why
it.
did you not call them?
No, we're waiting for them to come and request
You
for
had
it.
a responsibility. You no
Yes.
longer have the responsibility. All the people you have collected money from, you have to give them back.
Yeah, you are right.
Did
we
you
should
do
give
that?
them, we
Did
should
you
give
do
them
that?
back their money.
Was that done?
No, it was not done.
Why was it not done?
No, we were waiting for them to come and request.
Don't wait for them. You have a responsibility. You
Yes.
have their numbers. You called and informed them.
Yeah, we should have done that, but we didn't do that. We were waiting for them to come and collect their monies.
On page 28, we have discussed this issue of subvention, but I only have one or two questions regarding that.
Okay.
What is this money for? When you receive subvention, what is it meant for?
It was a conditional grant
For
the building of the dry season market.
For what?
For
development.
Yes, for development, yes.
The money is supposed to be spent on?
Development.
Good. Now, immediately the money hit your account, you had signed a check of $1.3 million. Is that correct? In the name of Nabakuru Valley.
Yes, it's correct.
Why would you do that?
Because at that time, we have issues of salaries.
The money is not for salary.
It's not for salary, yes.
So why would you sign that check?
Yeah, because we were pressed at that time. So
The money was
we
not
believe-
for salary still.
Yeah, we believe that if we pay for salaries, if we strengthen our collections, we'll be able to augment.
Did you pay for salaries in 2019? Were you having problems with respect to salaries?
Whether?
Were you having problems in relation to salaries in 2019?
2019, I didn't have.
When did your problem start in relation to salary?
I think it started in 2021.
Why do you think the problem started in 2021? Because of your friend Lamin Suso?
Partly, and the other one is because of the liabilities.
The liability.
Yes.
That's you and your friend Lamin Suso. If you have taken loans, you are binding the council unlawfully without you had no authority at the time in the manner in which you did it, and yet still you were taking loans, and you were taking loans because someone was squandering the funds of the area council. Is that not true? Is that not true?
Yes.
So when this check was signed in 1.3 million, and so was it spent on salaries?
Part of it was spent on salaries.
Please speak louder.
Part of it was spent on salaries.
And then the other part?
Was for the payment of our liabilities.
The what?
The payment of our liability.
You
as
paid
possible.
liabilities from the subvention, from the grant.
Yes.
Which bank?
The Supersonic.
Supersonics.
Yes.
Do you have the details of this payment?
No, never has this. Never Kurbal has.
Never has this.
Yes.
Now, $300,000 is still not accounted for, because it says 1.3 million was withdrawn. Now, the interview with Dr. Kurubali, he said that he claimed $800,000 was deposited to Vista Bank. Was that true?
Vista Bank, yes.
Did you order him to do that?
Because that is what is meant for salaries at that
For
time.
salaries?
Yes.
$300,000 was also deposited to Supersonics.
He was supposed to deposit that to Supersonic.
Why?
For the payment of our liabilities with Supersonic.
$100,000 is to you,
Yes.
and the other $100,000 is to for the finance director.
Yes.
For your own individual benefit.
Yes.
But the finance, you had already admitted that it was wrong. You took the monies from council, and you were supposed to do that.
Yes.
But the finance director said this $100,000 is because he had pre-financed the council.
No.
No, what?
That is not a correct statement.
That's not correct.
Yes. And even after the 100,000, according to Daba, he has given him another 150,000.
But then the amount of money that Ndaba deposited to Supersonics
Yes.
was deposited before the withdrawal.
This is what the auditors have detected. So
Yes.
which means Daba has a question to
No,
answer
it means
on that.
you have a question to answer as the overall boss.
Yeah, because
Ndaba's responsibility we have already dealt with. We are not absolving Ndaba Kurubali from any fraudulent activity if he is found to be responsible.
Yeah, because
But let me remind you, you are here as a CEO.
Yes, and he was advised to deposit this money to this person.
But you will check. You will have to confirm.
Yes, normally when he does that, he will bring the deposit slip, and I look at it, I confirm.
No, but the deposit was done before the withdrawal.
Yeah.
It was done before. So the money that was, I keep on saying this all the time. The money that was deposited was not the same money that was withdrawn, because in simple sense, dates do not correspond.
Yeah, the likelihood that what we have said is true is correct.
What?
I said the likelihood that the money that was deposited.
Don't you have alerts from Supersonics?
Supersonic, yes, I have alerts.
So would you not know if
The alerts came not long ago in 2022.
in
For this 2022.
So if you had done bank reconciliation, would you not have known?
I would have known it.
So you don't do the bank reconciliation. So how would you know how this money is being spent?
Yeah.
And why would it not be suspicious that you are part of the problem as well?
No,
No, what? You had shared the money,
it's not possible.
but you had
I will not agree to
$100,000
that.
from the money.
Yeah, but that was meant for me to pay council's
it's
liability.
nowhere in
And,
the cost that it was meant
and
for
as
that.
soon as Daba was not able to produce any document on that, I refunded him the money.
I know.
Yeah,
You
because all along I was with the hope that Daba has repaid this money on behalf of the council.
No.
But when the auditors,
no, that is not correct.
okay.
You
But
have
as soon
the-
as I know that the money given to me was not spent on the council's
No,
interest,
you know
I refunded
why?
it.
We had discussed this earlier.
Yes.
But this is why I'm bringing up the issue of the $100,000 that you had taken from council subvention, is by the fact that you have done that. It's not about the amount. It's not about $100,000 out of 2 million, that it may be insignificant. That's not the point. The point is, if you can do that, what will make us believe that you cannot benefit from the other unaccounted funds?
No.
But what will make us believe that?
Because this one was, when the whole thing started, when this subvention was paid. When the subvention was paid. Suso came to me and said, the subvention is paid.
Yes.
And this is how we do it in Brikama. I said, no, we cannot do it like that, because
how did he tell you it was done in Brikama?
He came to my office and he told me.
Yes. How did he tell you?
That normally when this comes, this is how they do it.
How?
They see it. I told him that will not happen here. I have a liability, and we have to pay salaries, and that's it. The late Furu is always asking us about his money.
You know why I'm laughing?
Yes.
It's important you tell us this, but then we can't help but to laugh, because it is extremely serious. At some point, when things become unimaginable.
And there are evidence to these people.
Allow him to.
Yes.
Yes. And there are evidence. He didn't told me alone.
Yes.
He went to other people and told them that this CEO, he doesn't want to have anything, and he don't want anybody to have anything. Yes.
Now, let's roll the tape.
Yes, just hang on. Yes, Mr. We commend you for stating the facts as they are.
Yes.
Because it is helpful for us to understand.
Yes.
Because I don't think as public servants, we should, as public servants, you.
Yes.
When I say public servants, I'm referring to you.
Yes.
Should not be manipulated.
Yes.
By public opinion.
Yes.
Because you could only accept to be manipulated by public opinion if the public opinion is right.
Yes.
Am I not correct?
You are right.
But where you feel the public opinion is not correct, you should be guided by the laws,
Yes.
the regulations that dictate what you are supposed to do.
Yes.
And the fact that people have allegiances, have that not also impacted in your actions, even though you were participating, but you knew it was wrong?
Yes.
Yes, let him continue explaining that portion. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, and he will tell people that this man, he don't want to have, and he doesn't want it, and he don't want anybody to have anything. So that many a times I'll be hearing such things like that. And the comment that he made in my office, that when such things come, the subvention, we share it, and we go and look for receipt. I told him that no, that will not happen here. We have not been doing that. We have not been doing that. Here, when it comes, we do it for the purpose. So, and currently we have salaries to pay, and we have our liability with Supersonics, and Mr. Gomez has also been following me about his debt. So those are the things I will consider. Then the rest we can do that for development.
As far as he is concerned,
Yes.
when he was in Brikama,
Yes.
the money from the government for subvention that was supposed to be spent on development, you share it at the top management.
That's what he told me.
And so he wants to bring the same culture
The same culture in Basse.
in Basse Area Council.
Yes.
And he went around to when he couldn't convince you, he went around to tell people.
Yes.
But then should that not be the more reason why you should have kept track of where and how the money is being spent?
Yes, all those things later inform me that I have to be very careful with him.
No, not even the future
Yes.
the future interactions you have with him.
Yes.
But apparently, this same $2 million is. Here you have a man who tells you that this particular money should be shared.
Yes.
And you differ with that opinion.
Yes.
But he had given himself $100,000. And you were aware of that. What did he tell you that money was for?
He said, for the 100,000 that I gave him, that one comes to me as
what? Surprise.
He said, no, he said he has a liability that he need to settle.
And then you allowed that?
That he's going to refund it back.
You allowed that?
Yes, I allowed that.
So you allowed him to spend the money the same way he had told you that the money should be spent in Brikama Area Council, that how it was
but
spent.
not the way he wanted us to do it.
$1.
Yes, you are right.
Even $1, if you take it from the coffers, it
Yes.
matters.
You are right.
So what?
I quite agree with
It
you.
appears as if, to you, the gravity of the actions of the whosoever is taxed with the public funds depends on the amount of the money or the funds.
No.
So it's only a corrupt practice when it is, like, let's say, $1 million.
No. Even a butut.
Even a bottle. So
Yes,
that's how we should say
it
it.
matters.
Yes.
Yes.
So now I am saying
Yes.
that this particular money, what he had told you, he ended up achieving that because he took $100,000 and you said nothing and you signed the check.
Yes.
And $300,000 was given to Ndaba, which was never accounted for. Because you never had an alert, you never had bank reconciliation, the money was never deposited, and where did the money go to?
Now, Mr. Ture, when the DOF, that is Director of Finance,
Yes.
said he had some liabilities, at that point, did it not ring a bell that you are not a bank that is supposed to give him money to go and
Yes.
settle his loan?
Yes.
And even whereas you could have accommodated him in paying back his loan, being a staff of the council, were you not supposed to have followed due process to give him the money?
We should have followed the due process. We should have applied for it, right, then we document it.
And he did not do that.
He did not do that. Yes.
So he was acting with absolute discretion and disregard for how public funds could be used judiciously.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now, aside from the issue regarding the subvention,
Yes.
in fact, was that how the monies that were received as subvention? Did you receive subvention in 2022?
Yes.
How was it shared? Was it also shared like this as well?
No, it was not.
That one you refused.
No. The 2022. I think this one was
2021.
2021, yes.
Yes, December 2021.
Yes.
Now the loans on page 29. Which
Yes.
of the loans did you take without approval from the General Council?
It was the 7 million.
Only the 7 million?
Yes.
From which bank?
From different banks.
From different. So you took loans in different periods.
Yeah, these amounts were accumulated. They are not like we took.
I
the
know.
whole
I know.
7
I can see it's
we
from
took
since
the whole 7
2020.
million, yes.
So why would you take loans from banks without approval? Who make these decisions? Yourself?
Yes, and the Director of Finance.
And
That is
then
when there is need
and who
for-
else again?
When there is need for
Who else again?
I inform the chairman.
Yourself, the chairman, and the Director of Finance.
Yes, I will inform him that we.
Yourself,
that we
the
want to
chairman,
pay-
the Director of Finance.
We want to pay salaries, but the salaries we are.
Listen,
short.
let's
Yes,
first
I agree.
have-
I've answered your question. I
You
said
have
yes.
not answered my
sorry,
question.
Mr.
Okay.
Sorry, Mr. Ture. Listen to each other so that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes.
You have not answered my question. You know, I had
Okay,
told you the
I'm
last
sorry.
time.
Yes.
No, that's all right. I don't take offense to that. I am telling you.
Yes.
I told you the last time that whenever you are to mention the chairman, it will take you about an extra 5-10 minutes before you will actually mention the chairman.
Not necessarily. Sir.
I am now putting it to your attention again for the
Not
last time.
necessarily.
You will end up doing it, but you have to really dodge around.
No.
You do that. When we asked about the conduct committee, you have to dive around until you have to agree. Now again, the loans. Who was taking the decision regarding taking loans without the approval of the General Council? First.
Myself and Director of Finance will discuss it, and I'll go and inform the chairman that we want to pay the
If the
salaries.
chairman did not agree, will you take the loan?
No, we will not.
So how many of you were making the decision?
3 of us.
And who are these people?
Myself, the
Yes.
chairman, and Director of Finance.
And who was the chairman at the time?
Honorable Fode Danjo.
Who was the Director of Finance?
Lamin Suso.
See, it's simple when we answer the question and we move on.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
So you take these loans. The 3 of you, you decide that you will take loans unlawfully, illegally, millions of the dollars.
In the interest
No
of-
records.
In the
Indeed?
interest of the council.
Show me the interest.
Salaries.
Which salaries? Where is the record? Where's the record? Where is the record you have put these monies into salaries?
Normally, when collections are done,
Put it
they are not
aside.
enough.
Put it aside the flouting of the rules. Let's just forget for once that you didn't follow any rule. Now, where is the evidence
No,
that
we-
you have
we
put
did-
these monies into salaries?
We didn't follow any rule. That is
Now,
correct.
just put it aside.
Yes.
That is already a proven fact. You won't deny it. It's already established. But now, where is the evidence that the money is being put on salaries?
The evidence that salaries are paid.
No, but salaries, when salaries are paid, we assume they are paid lawfully and legally. We assume they are paid from the coffers of the area council. We will assume they are paid from revenue collected.
Because these short-term loans, when we took them, before the end of the following month, they are all repaid from the
I am
revenue
saying,
collection.
because you don't follow due process, how would we know that that
I
is a...
quite agree with you. We didn't follow the due process, and you are right.
No, that would be a foundation question. We've already agreed on that. But I'm telling you,
Yes.
because you don't follow due process, the monies that you have illegally obtained, about $7 million or more, how can you establish that you use that money for salary?
The salaries are paid.
Yes,
the
but they are
people
supposed to
receive
be
their
paid.
salaries.
The salary is supposed to be paid
Yes.
from the revenue that you collect.
Yeah, the same thing, because when we take these short-term loans, they have been recovered by the revenue.
There was
that
no
is
loan
collected.
taken. As far as I am concerned, I'm now showing you that there was no loan taken.
Yeah, because we don't follow the due process.
Yes.
Yes, you are
As
right.
far as we are concerned, council did not take loan. You, the chairman, and the director of finance decided to take money in the name of the council.
Yes.
But the monies that you have taken cannot bind the council. It didn't follow due process.
You are right.
So you can't go and do some illegal actions and say, we have done it in the name of the council should take responsibility. So if you pay salaries, we'll assume that you have paid salaries from revenues.
And that is why we pay salaries from.
Yeah,
revenues.
we want to know, and I want to believe you, and I want to agree with you. But show us the evidence that the money that you have taken from the bank is the money that you have paid salaries from. Otherwise, you will be responsible. You yourself, the chairman and the finance director. Why will you even take that risk, Mr. CEO? I'm not sure. I'm calling you Mr. CEO. Why would you even take the risk of taking loans unlawfully? Why?
Because these things came as emergencies. Looking at the accounts, we realized that the account, what is in the accounts, cannot pay for the salaries.
Why was it difficult to go and to discuss this at the level of the General Council?
Yeah, we should have discussed it at the General Council.
What?
I said we should have discussed it at the
No,
General
why
Council.
was it difficult to do that?
Well, it was not difficult.
No, but in some instances
Because
you do
it
that.
happens at a time when we cannot just call an emergency General Council meeting.
In 2021, you took 10 million from Supersonics.
Those ones were based on the power of attorney that they have.
10 million from Supersonics.
Yes.
You
That was
had
the loan.
General Council approval.
Yes.
Is that not true?
Yes.
What was the money for? Salaries?
No, that was for the projects.
For projects.
For the projects, yes.
The same thing as well. When you were taking these monies from other banks as well, why did you not go back to the same people?
Yeah, we should have gone back to the same.
Why did you not?
But it came at a time when we cannot call for an emergency general meeting.
Why?
Yeah, because it's salaries. When it's time for payment of salaries, it becomes too urgent to us, very urgent to us that the only
But
option.
Mr. Ture,
Yes.
when you say emergency, I begin to wonder what sort of emergency that is.
Okay.
Because you have a budget before you,
Yes.
and you are collecting revenue.
Okay. Thank you.
You have a budget that you have done, and you are collecting revenue,
Yes.
and you know what is in your bank accounts. So
Yes.
how would it now be a state of emergency that you will have to go back to the banks each time you want to pay salary? I cannot understand.
Yeah, we'll be following the accounts in the bank
Yes,
to an extent that
Yes.
salaries are getting late.
yes.
So the only option left is to make arrangements to have this.
But did the financial manual not tell you what you were supposed to do?
Yes.
And knowing fully well the preceding month you have challenges, why
Yes.
didn't you step up to make sure that you find solutions to some of the challenges you are having in order to address the problem of salaries? Because I believe, this is my personal opinion, I believe that there was no issue of emergency. You knew fully well, what is going to happen in the next 6 months, in the next 1 year, with the finances of the council.
You are right.
Yes.
On page 33,
Yes.
were you signing checks in the name of the Director of Finance? Was that a norm or custom or like a practice in your institution?
I could remember one that was in, I think, April. We need to pay.
April which year?
April 2022. We need to pay.
Yes.
We need to pay the contractor.
Yes.
Yes.
And how much? Do you recall the amount? It says 21st April 2022.
Yes.
$110,000. Do you now recall? Does that amount ring a bell?
Now, this one would be around the 30th of April.
Of April 2022.
Yes. Check.
Which bank is that?
I think that should be from Ajib Bank to,
Ajib Bank.
to Supersonic. Yes.
Okay, we will confirm that. So now, do you recall the amount?
The amount would have been 500,000.
Why did you sign the check in the name of the Director of Finance?
The check was not supposed to be in his name.
It was not supposed to be in his name.
I signed the check purposely for the contractors, but later he called me and said, I have cashed the check, so.
Go ahead.
Yes, I have cashed the check and I'm going to deposit it at the Supersonic account for the contractors.
Was that done?
That was done.
He did that.
I could remember that was on a Friday, the amount that he have withdrawn.
The withdrawal was done. Did he deposit the money?
The money that was deposited for Golden Quarry.
Yes.
Yes.
Was done.
Was done, yes.
When did you travel to the US? Which year was this again?
In 2022.
2022.
Yes.
Between which months or period, or in which month?
July.
July.
Yes.
So now, so that was the period you left 9 checks with the Director of Finance.
When I was going on leave in October 2022.
So apart from that one instance that you have signed a check in his name,
Yes.
do you recall the other instances?
No, I did not, because even that one, I did not authorize him to write his name on the check.
So we have series of transactions that the Director of Finance will write check in his name, or there will be check in his name, and he will sign and go and withdraw.
Yes.
And the amount will accumulate to $4 million plus, even though he had said the entire amount is $3.3 million that he has accepted liability for. But what I want to know is, did you sign these checks, or do you recall signing all these checks, or is it that you believe your signature must have been forged?
This is why I mentioned in the...
You want to see the checks?
Yes.
Okay. But now first, 2022, April 2021, $110,000.
Yes.
28 July 2022, 15,000. The same day, Alliance Bank, $6,000. 11th October, Alliance Financial, $380,000. Do you recall that?
Yes. For Realance, that one, both of us have to be present for the withdrawals.
So, what was the withdrawal for? Were you present in this particular withdrawal?
Normally, we don't go there. We'll sign, both of us will sign and give our ID cards to Daba to go and withdraw.
You said present. Now you are saying...
Yeah, first they said we have to be present, but later they allow us to send our...
So were you aware of this particular withdrawal, $380,000?
380,000 from...
In 2022?
From Realance?
Yes.
No.
You don't recall?
I could not recall, yes.
In 2021, Ajib, $30,000. Another $300,000 in Ajib 2021. March, on the 8th March 2021, $300,000 from Ajib. Do you recall that?
No.
$570,000 Ajib Bank, 2022, January 25th.
No.
Do you recall signing checks?
I could not recall signing checks.
Will this be surprises to you?
Yes, when the auditors came with this, with all his names.
It was what?
Yeah, it was when they came out with all his names on this.
So it was news to you?
Yes.
So you are saying you wouldn't sign all these checks in his name?
No. Even if my signatures are on the checks, they were not meant for him to withdraw the checks personally. Even my signatures are on the check, they were not meant for him to put his own name there.
Now, the implications of these amounts, about $5 million, is that, as per the audit report, making such huge withdrawals from Basa Area Council indicate a huge control weakness with regards to the financial mismanagement of the council. That there is a risk of lack of compliance to due process leading to payments, and also there's a risk of fraud and mismanagement of Basa Area Council's funds. Will that be true?
Yes. I quite agree with them.
Which of the banks do you usually have alert from?
Vista Bank.
Vista Bank.
And Ajib Bank.
But there were multiple withdrawals from Vista Bank and Ajib Bank. Were you saying you had no alerts?
Yeah, sometimes I will have alert, but sometimes these alerts I will not see them.
So in 2021 there were withdrawals 30,000, 300,000, 570.
Honestly, God, if I have seen
70.
those alerts, I would have found out from, like the alert that I have seen from Brickham, I would have cautioned him.
That's not correct. You went to the bank. For the $50,000, it was reversed. You realized that there was $114,000 withdrawn, or 141.
Yes, I would have mentioned those ones if I'm giving the alert. I would have.
No, you found that when you went to the bank.
Yes.
You found that transaction which you said you could not recall that you have signed the check.
Yes.
The money was already withdrawn by the Susu.
Yes.
What did you do about that? Nothing.
I asked them to refund.
You have not done anything about that.
Okay.
Not okay.
Yes, you are right.
You haven't done anything about that?
Okay means that your answer is right.
What?
When I said okay, I mean that you are right.
It's better for you to say you are right, or you say yes, that's true, than to say okay. Okay would not be a definitive answer. But why would you not do that? So why would we believe that all these withdrawals were not in your knowledge when you had direct information of a withdrawal of 141,000? I can recall. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Which you were told by the bank. You were shown the check. You asked for a copy. They said no, you have to write. Did you write?
Yes.
Did you write to the bank?
I wrote to the bank. Yes.
You did not write to the bank.
I wrote to all the banks.
No, the $141,000.
No, at that time I did not write. After it was after the audit.
Let me take you back to the instance that I'm referring to.
Yes.
You received a transaction alert regarding $50,000 withdrawals intended to be made by Director of Finance, which you have challenged. You said you never signed a check of that amount.
Yes.
The bank reversed the payment.
Yes.
Mr. So was not paid.
Yes.
You didn't confront Mr. So about that, did you?
I confronted him.
Where is the evidence?
Well, there was no written evidence.
You didn't query him. You didn't report the matter to the necessary authorities. You never did that. But you went to the bank. Did you not go to the bank?
I went to the bank to
Which bank was this? Mr. Bank?
Mr. Bank Brikama.
You went to the bank and you also realized that there was $151,000 withdrawn by Mr. Suso,
Yes.
which you did not authorize as far as you're concerned.
Yes.
What did you do?
I confronted him. I
And
told
then-
him that he has to pay back the money.
What did he tell you?
He told me that the money was used for council activities.
And did he provide you with evidence? Were you not supposed to be the one to approve council's expenses?
So
Did you approve that
I didn't
expense?
I didn't approve it.
So was that explanation to you, did it make sense?
It doesn't make sense.
Didn't know any
This is
water?
why- this is why when he brought those vouchers, I never signed them because I didn't authorize those payments.
He brought the vouchers. We'll come to that. He brought the vouchers when the auditors came. Right?
Yes.
We'll get to that. I want to understand the confrontation at that point.
Yes.
Did you recover the money from him?
No.
Why was that the case?
I've asked him to pay. He said he has spent it on council.
Verbally.
Yes.
No one was present. No one was present when you were asking him to pay the money.
Yes.
That's
But
not
I
your-
was expecting that the
that
auditors,
was not your personal funds.
Yes, I was expecting that the auditors will come and these things will be unveiled.
Forget the auditors.
Yes.
You are the primary auditor of the area council. You are the chief auditor of the area council.
So
151,000 was withdrawn unlawfully and illegally as far as you're concerned. You didn't authorize it.
I didn't authorize it.
And so because you didn't authorize it, it could not have been withdrawn. But now it is withdrawn. You did nothing about it.
Yes.
Nothing about it. Absolutely nothing about it. So how will you convince us that all these withdrawals, you are not aware of these withdrawals? This is the difficulty
Yeah, I know it will be very difficult.
Yes.
But for me, I'm so 100% sure that most of these withdrawals,
That's all right.
checks,
But
yes.
now,
Yeah.
you did not bring to the notice of the relevant authority, you did not do what you're supposed to do in relation to this malpractice. There was enough ground for Mr. Suso to be sanctioned or disciplined
so
by the
authorities.
appropriate authorities.
Yes.
And you failed to take action.
Yes.
Why was that the case? Why was it difficult to take action?
Well, there was nothing difficult about it. I was just waiting for the right time to come.
The right time to come.
Yes.
Monies are being withdrawn from the area council
Because
account.
I know
You give
even-
the right time to come.
Yes, even if he took it for years. when
For
the
how
right-
many years?
When he took it for years, when the right time comes, it will all be refunded back. to Basa
You
area
think the people of Basa area council will have time to wait for years when their funds are being misused
They
and
will not
mismanaged?
They will not have anything to lose because the funds will be refunded back to them.
When probably half of the project is dead, you have a new generation. You and I are gone long since. No wonder we are now here as we are in this country.
It will not take that. It will not
the same.
take that long.
Let's be said.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yes.
Take your job seriously, Mr. Suso, Mr. Ture.
Yes, so I will,
You do the right thing.
yes, I will do that.
Sorry, Kant. Mr. Siso,
Mr. Ture.
sorry,
Mr. Ture.
I'm so sorry. Mr. Ture,
Yes.
with all seriousness,
Yes.
do you want to state here in this commission that you were waiting for the right time to do the right thing as a public official, given the trend you saw happening in Basse? You want to honestly make us believe that you were waiting for the right time to take the right action to make sure that you stop what was happening?
Yeah,
Is that what is going to develop this country?
No.
If people have to wait for the right time to take actions which they are supposed to take immediately to address issues that concerns funds?
No, that was not correct.
Thank you.
Mr. Ture.
Mr. Ture,
Yes, sir.
you will not even want to be called Mr. Suso, I think. No one wants to be called Mr. Suso in this country. But again, let's turn to page 35.
Okay.
Let's just briefly discuss the kickback
Okay.
from Green Vision.
Yes.
Green Vision, the overpayments were made, but Green Vision paid about $300,000 to Ndandaba Kurubali's account. You are aware of this?
Green Vision.
Yes.
Yes.
And what did you do? What was the money for?
The money, according to Green Vision,
Yes.
was meant for their CSR, the corporate social responsibility.
Corporate social responsibility.
Yes, because
That-
when
that-
those contractors who were qualified for the contract, I put it to them that hence the money we are paying you is coming from the taxpayers. So I think you people in return have to do something extra for the taxpayers.
Okay.
For Bajakunda, for Green Vision,
Yes.
we told them that we need a borehole.
Louder, please. Louder, please.
We need a borehole at the Sarangai Lumo.
Yes.
That was one of the options. The other option was the distance between the bridge and the highway. The road condition there is not very good.
Yes.
They could build that one for us as well.
Okay.
Then for the Chinese, we told them that for
No, just stick to Green Vision.
Green Vision, yes. So that is Green Vision. Those were the two options.
And then which one did they take?
They said that they will do that of the. They don't took any asset that time.
Okay.
Yes.
They didn't
but
take any at the time.
They agree that they will at least do their quota.
And so they paid $300,000 for that.
For that, according to Green Vision, that was not meant for kickback. The kickback issue came when Lamin Suso told me that Green Vision have given us $300,000. I said, the $300,000 for what? They said we should take it. I said, take it for what? That was not our agreement. He said, no. They said we should take it. So while we are agreeing there, he told me that, in fact, I have given $300,000 to Daba when we are paying the 1/6 here and there, so I have taken the money to refund myself. I said, once you said it's a kickback, honestly, I'm not interested. And this kickback, he told Daba Kurubali, when we went to the police, he told the police. But according to Green Vision, they told me that it was for their CSR.
I know.
According to Green Vision, yes.
First, you requested for their corporate responsibility, and then you've identified possible projects that they
for them, yes.
can engage into
Yes.
for the people of Basira Council. Is that not correct?
Yes.
Now, they paid monies to Daba Kurubali's account as per the direction of the finance director.
Yes.
Then he informed you, Lyman Suso,
Yes.
that they are giving you guys $300,000 for you to share
Yes.
as kickback. You told him that you are not part of it.
That it was the 300,000 was not meant for that. It was for our project. So if you are saying that it's a kickback, me, I'm not interested in that.
Okay, so it was when he told you now he had already asked about to deposit into his account.
Yes.
Because he had already pre-financed the council's 1/6.
Yes.
So was that true? Did he pre-finance council 1/6?
No, there was no 1/6 at that time. So what he did was there was this divide and rule between me and Daba and Malafi.
There was a divide and rule.
Yeah, because he will tell them to do this. Those people, instead of coming to me to confirm, they will also think that yes, whatever director told us about anything to do with money is right, because he always goes to CEO. So they will just carry on.
Okay.
So that was what was happening.
So
this
$300,000
it has never reached the council.
$300,000 asking back.
My problem with the Green Vision was the reason why they paid to, if it is for the council, they should have paid to the council account.
Yes.
But after knowing that this money has not reached the council, when they completed the bridge, they put some solar lights on the bridge. And yes.
Now, you have done, if it is true, which I want to believe,
Yes.
by rejecting the money
Yes.
and the offer from the Director of Finance.
Yes.
That moment would have been a very honorable moment for you
Yes.
to do.
Yes.
But then, where did this money go to now? Do you know this $300,000 is?
No, when he told me there's a kickback, I did not even bother myself to follow it. And
you should bother yourself, should you not?
when I realized that it was not even paid into the council account, it's paid to an individual account, I said no.
But as a CEO,
Yes.
should you not have taken further steps? That was an illegal act being done right in front of you.
Yes.
In fact, the person committing the offenses, the crimes, is the one confessing to you. There was no further evidence that you needed at the time.
No, yes, I will confess that Ramin Suso is a very difficult person to manage. I tried all possible means. Yes, but my only, the biggest lapse on my side, frankly, was I failed to write and report him to the relevant authorities.
All right?
But there were a series of confrontation between me and him. Yes,
Yes, Mr. Ture,
yes.
at what point in time did you discuss with Green Vision to help the council?
For their CSR.
Yes, for that
Yeah,
CSR.
when they were awarded the contract.
When they were just awarded the contract.
Yeah, the three companies, when they were all, we called them for a meeting to inform them, and we wrote to them, and I told them.
But did you think it was prudent at that point to talk about the CSR when they have not started executing the contract?
Now, when they were awarded already.
That is what I'm saying.
Yes.
When they were already awarded
Yes.
the contract,
Yes.
and they were supposed to execute,
Yes.
and they are supposed to execute based on the terms and conditions you've agreed.
Yes.
I said, was it prudent at that point to ask for their CSR, knowing fully well that you need to follow them up to make sure that you have value for money?
No, you are right. That was not the best time because I should have waited
Because if
until
you
when
had
they.
issues with these people
Yeah.
and they have already given you upfront
Yes.
your CSR,
Yes.
you
Yes.
will compromise the work.
You are very right, ma'am. Yes, that was not the right time. I should have waited until when they completed the work, then I confront them. But the reason why I also confront them was not for them to bring this CSR in cash.
But you agree that it was not.
It was
correct.
not the right time, yes.
Yes.
It
And
was not the right
not
time.
correct at that point.
It was not correct at that time.
Thank
Yes, I agree with you.
Do we have more time to go on, or
you.
should it
Yes,
be
I
break?
have questions to ask.
Is for break time, or should we
Yes.
go on?
There are few more minutes.
Few more minutes.
Yes. Let me just ask the questions. Then that's a convenient
yes.
point when we
All
come
right.
back. Now, Mr. Ture,
Yes, ma'am.
I could note from the establishment register
Yes.
and the Excel salary sheet
Yes.
that is contained therein. The differences in the information in the Excel sheet, giving the details of the deductions, the amounts to be paid to individual staff members.
Yes.
What informed the variation in the Excel sheet of information?
I didn't get you right now.
I said the salary Excel sheets,
Yes.
which indicate and give information of the name of the employee, the rank of the employee, etc.
Yes.
It gives you a detailed information,
Yes.
and it gives you a final total
Yes.
of what your net salary is for a particular month.
So.
But now, looking at your documents, we did realize that there is difference in that Excel sheet.
Okay.
For some months, you provide comprehensive detail. In some months, you write what you want. Why?
Yes. For that comprehensive details, I've been following that so that at least I know exactly.
No, I see sometimes you write, and then sometimes you just if you look at from 2018, 19, 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023, the metrics are different, the information is different.
Yes, I've always been emphasizing to them that.
But you have seen, because this will amount to negligence on your part,
Okay.
not to be consistent. Because if you are not consistent, you wouldn't know what your actuals are going to be in terms of your net salary.
All right.
Right?
Yes.
And that has an impact, you understand, on your budget.
Yes.
So why were you not correcting these anomalies?
You can see in 2022, they were bringing in all the details.
Is it the same as in 2023?
Yeah, it should be, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, that will take me to the next question.
Okay.
How many, do you have insurance policy for the staff?
We are only paying for ELAC.
Huh?
We don't have insurance policy.
You don't have insurance policy?
Yes, we started with ELAC so that we have an insurance policy for the staff. But we
You
didn't-
started with what?
with ELAC, Enterprise Life.
Yes.
Yes, but it has not been
With which
materialized.
insurance company?
It's the Enterprise Life Insurance Company.
Yes.
Yes, called ELAC. We started with them, but it has not.
Which year did you start with?
That was last year, 2022. 2022.
2022.
Yes.
Is that correct?
For the staff contribution to the ELAC, that
Yes.
was not 2022. What I
That
mean,
was
we
when?
wanted them to.
No, that was when. When did you start deducting? In fact, let me put this. Let me not put the cart before the horse. How
Okay.
many are you subscribing for in the LR, life insurance? How many of the staff?
It's a long list.
It's a long list.
Yes.
Please provide the list.
All right, I will.
Okay. And
Okay.
now, Mr. Ture,
Today, yes.
we also realize that the net salary, I just took random from the documents you have forwarded,
Yes.
which has been admitted. The net salary for, let's say I selected 2 months in 2020 and 2 months in 2021. In 2021, the summary of the net of the salaries, i.e. the net salary for March
Yes.
was 921,
Yes.
861.62.
Yes.
And in just a minute, please. Let me just. Yes, I got for March. I
Yes.
did not get for April, May, and June because I haven't seen that one in your documents.
Okay.
Then I saw the net salary for June 2020. You
Yes.
had 703,933.68. The net salary for July 2020 was $691,006.68, and there is a variation between June and July. What explains the variation in terms of net salary being paid?
The variation, it may be due to the number of staffs. If that is remain constant, it may be also due to the.
It cannot be due to the staff, because if you look at the summary
Yes.
of what you have given
Yes.
as the nominal rule for each of those months,
Yes.
it cannot be the
I
difference.
said that one is a possibility, and the other one can be if they are paying the 1/6, there will be reduction, and if the staffs are also paying their loans and other contributions, that may have effect on the net.
No, but the metrics show
Yes.
you whether
Yes.
there is a deduction, whether there is a loan taking. The reason why I asked the preceding question is because in some of these months,
Yes.
you will omit to indicate whether the staff is being deducted loan. And in some months, you understand, you will put in the loan, this and how to call it, a subhead, where you will indicate that a particular staff is being deducted loan. So there is variance in how you input
I
all
agree
this
with you.
information.
There's inconsistency, yes.
Serious inconsistencies.
Yes.
So therefore, there is also serious inconsistencies in the net payment of salaries. And that is why I gave you this scenario of June 2020 and July 2021. And this is what has happened throughout. And there are serious discrepancies. In this month, you could have this amount of salary being paid, and in the next month, you could have this amount of salary being paid. So what explains that?
There is discrepancies, like I said. It may be due to the number of staffs. Some may be retired, salaries may be stopped.
Please
Yes.
look at your documents again
Yes.
and give us the correct scenario. Because
Okay,
our understanding and our perception is that
Okay.
we do not have a logical explanation as to why
Okay.
in July you will pay this amount, in June you will pay this amount, in January you will pay this particular amount. There is no consistency at all. So in
Okay.
January you cannot say that it is Tobaski or 1/6.
No.
And in some of your
It is only
in some
June
of the
onwards,
data
yes.
that you put in,
Yes.
sometimes you deliberately omit some input of information in here to give a total net or gross of what you need to pay for the month.
Okay. I'll check with that.
Yes, now tell me, when the institution, when the council was opting to deal with this particular insurance company, did you follow due process in retaining their services to provide insurance, life insurance, knowing fully well what it entails?
No, we didn't. They just came there on marketing,
Yes.
and for those people who are interested, for their salaries to be deducted and paid to the company.
Yes, but
They
there
fill
was a
their form.
particular official, senior official, that sent them to Basse Area Council. And who is this person?
There is their office, their branch in
No, I'm asking you.
yes.
Who is the person that recommended them to go and sell their idea to Basse Area Council?
Well, their marketing officers, that time
No, that
I
is
don't
not,
know.
no, Mr. Ture, that is not the question I'm asking.
Yes.
You know fully well that there are so many insurance companies in this country that are doing live,
Yes,
right?
yes.
You have just answered my question that you did not adapt due process to
Yes.
retain the person that, you know, that is providing the service for you. But now my question is, we've gone beyond that. My question is, who directed this particular company to come to Basse Area Council and retain the services?
No, I may
or be
not
given
know.
the contract?
I may not know who directed them, because for me personally, I started with ELAC since when I was in MOPSI.
In
I started,
Mopsi?
yes. So when I went to Basse, I continued. I know their branch manager was there, so these marketing officers also came to Basse Area Council.
Mr. Ture,
yes.
is it not true
Yes.
that this issue was discussed between you and the chairman, and you decided to adopt it?
No, that one is a different issue.
Which one?
That was
Tell me the
the
difference.
policy issue.
Huh?
For people to pay, for them to be allowed their money to be deducted,
Yes.
that one never was discussed at the General Council. But for us to have an insurance policy in place, so that, for example, we'll be contributing an amount of money. If there is a staff who has an accident or is late, then a percentage will be paid to that staff from that insurance company. But we never agree.
You never agree with who?
We never agree with them, yes.
Which
For that policy, yes.
Which people did you agree with?
The LR company,
The LR company.
yes.
But your documents are showing that life insurance has been deducted It's part of the deductibles from your gross.
There are two.
Are you not paying them?
Individual staffs.
Yes.
But the policy they brought to us was they are going to calculate. They are going to ensure the whole staffs.
Yes.
In the event whoever has an accident. But this one is individually. This one has never gone to the general council. This one, when their marketing officers came, the people they were able to convince are the people who authorized the council to deduct and pay to them. But the policy they wanted to bring to us was that is going to be comprised of the whole council staff.
Mr. Ture.
Yes.
The council has retained the service of a what is the name of the insurance company?
Enterprise Life.
Enterprise Life.
Yes.
Enterprise Life did not enter into individual contractual transaction with the number that is paying to them, or did they individually negotiate with?
Yeah, the marketers, when they come there, the marketing officers, they individually negotiate.
Just answer my question. Did they individually negotiate with each employee?
Yes.
And they have insurance policies in their individual capacity?
Yeah, I could remember when they came to Mopsy, they found me in my office with other officers. So those of us who are interested, then they asked us how much you want to contribute, like 500, 300. So if it's whatever you agree with them, then they will write, and every month that will be deducted, and it will be paid to their office, to their account. That if you need it anytime, you can go and withdraw after 6 months, individually. Okay. But not for the entire council. And when the marketers, when they come to my office, they introduce themselves, so, and I told them you can meet the staffs.
A further question to that.
Yes.
So for those ones that are with this insurance company,
yes,
did they write authorizing you to deduct their salaries and pay to the insurance company direct?
No, they didn't write. They will. The insurance company will come with a long list that these are the people who want with their amount. Then I will call the officers concerned to confirm that amount. Then I will mail that to the Director of Finance.
So you are doing the job. You are doing the individual staff, their private. You are doing their private activity in the council.
No,
because
before.
that is what it means.
No. Because they agree with them that they should be deducted from the source.
Sorry, let us get this clear.
Yes.
I have asked you. I said, did you retain the services of any insurance company? You said yes.
Yes.
I said, did you follow due process? You said you did not follow due process to retain the services of that insurance company to provide the service they are providing. And I asked you to produce to me a list of the staff that are, having service from that particular company. You noted that.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And now you have told me a different thing. That is to say, these people came marketed and had these people at their individual levels. I now ask you, I said, did they write to you and say, kindly deduct our salaries so that it will give you legal authority to do so?
Yes.
And pay this particular insurance company for, you understand, this kind of service they are providing for me. Did they?
No, but if you allow me to explain, please.
Okay, yes.
There are two different issues.
Yes.
The first one, the market officers, the marketing officers came and they talked to individuals. Individuals agreed that this amount should be deducted from my salary from the source and paid it to ELAC. The second one was for the whole, to have a policy, insurance policy for the whole council. So that all the council staffs will be part of that policy. So, which means we need to include, when we agree with them, whether it's going to be 600,000, 500,000.
Is there an insurance policy at the council?
No, we don't have it. This is
what
why.
What does the manual, the financial manual say with respect to all of this?
I could not recall that section.
Please find out when we come back from lunch break.
Okay.
Whether you are guided by what the financial manual says.
Okay.
Thank you. I believe it's a convenient point to stop. We will continue on this one when we have the time. You may please rise.